Boom.
Hey, yo, fellow gamers. How's it going, everyone? I'm Brad, and here with you. I missed my place in reading that intro.
Are you
Anyway, we're
kidding
live
me?
connection. I'm Graydon. This is Jack, Matt,
see.
Evan, Peter behind the mic, and Eric off mic. We're leading off with a level I built because Evan promised that I would build one.
Yeah, I did promise that Graydon would do something for you guys.
Oh. Somehow that would.
And it's Christmas-esque with our Christmas girl.
Christmas episode. And also, we're streaming
no.
to FandomWire Gaming as well. So
Yeah.
hello to FandomWire Gaming. This is Mario.
Mario! Come on, buddy. Come on. Stick with me. No!
So how about Giants, everybody?
No! Stop. You need to stop.
No.
Oh.
How is it we're less than a minute into the stream and I already feel sharp physical pains my entire being?
Come on.
I,
Come
that,
on.
I just have that effect on people.
Do you ever worry about that? Do you ever feel like think to yourself like maybe I shouldn't be this way?
No. Thoughts come across me
Let's go,
once
let's go, let's go.
before,
Mhm.
but
Oh, no.
then I just thought about, what if I could use my skill set to sell more coffee to Giants and annoy them to
Hey,
go to my
friend,
coffee
friend,
shop across the street? I don't know where that one was going. No, Jack, I don't, because, I can turn it on and off, I feel. I like turning it on with the boys.
Do I, have to,
Yeah.
do I have to leave my friend behind?
Yeah, you leave
Yeah,
your friend
it
behind.
said
now.
that in the description.
Yeah.
Oh.
See? Short
Look
and
how
sweet.
close you were
First
to winning.
clear.
Wow,
Hey.
that's good.
Evan and Matt, when's the next Pokemon stream?
That's a good question. Matt, when do you want to?
When the next Pokemon game comes out.
during the holiday break.
I don't know. I'll find
that's
some
not
time.
the main
What kind
cam.
of
That's me. Hello.
DJT brand?
I-
Oh, and we
I'm
got
thinking-
Mew Kwai
Hi.
back.
Oh, Kawhi.
What,
Yeah, it's
um,
Kawhi. Hey, Kawhi.
As far as Pokemon streams, what kind of stuff would you want to see? Because I did ranked battles last time and I found that really fun. But after a while, we just ended up grinding some raids, anyways. And raids are where the fun's at for sure. But I like doing those ranked streams.
Well, it's gonna be like where we're on Discord and it'll show my screen because I'm
we
superior.
got that level in the
We
chat.
got
Oh, a
new
level
level.
already. Good thing I was gonna type it in.
Link speedrun.
Okay, 9 Randy 4.
No.
You done did it. Kappa
Pirates.
Pirates fondue. Boom.
That's awesome.
phonetic alphabet.
Mhm.
That's what they say in the military.
Follow arrows.
Fondue.
/
Eat at point fondue.
Awesome.
Okay, what's
Um,
going on here?
Don't forget as well, viewers.
Hey, Merry Christmas!
Yay!
Christmas.
Thank you, Kawhi. Thank you for sticking to the theme.
Peter,
Actually,
everything
I've
just turned
declared,
off.
Evan, I've
Peter.
declared a war on Christmas. Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy. Well, I was just saying Merry Christmas because it said it on the thing,
Yep.
in the description. Jack, I wasn't being controversial. I was just
Do you want-
reading. I was reading what was on the screen.
I know I'm trying to be
All right, the
controversial.
TV
I'm,
turned off. So just
I'm
a
trying to declare war on Christmas.
How-
Yeah.
My coffee cup
There we go.
deserves to have Santa Claus on it, and you can't tell me otherwise. Okay, what's going on here? Uh-oh.
It's a speed run.
Oh my!
Goodness gracious.
You almost had it.
Gracious.
Viewers, don't forget you can submit levels to us
11?
by using !add and then the level code with dashes, right? Or no
Yes.
dashes?
Correct.
With
Dashes.
dashes.
11,000 hatches? Is that even possible? That's not possible, is that?
Hold jump at.
I mean, I assume. Dang, you must be releasing a lot of those guys, hey, Brent? Because like, that's the boxes is what 32 boxes, 30 Pokemon per box. Anyone want to do some math?
I don't know. The
not
last time
really.
we tried to do math, you and Evan
960, I
fought.
think.
Yeah, that's
Why aren't you like dashing?
I
Oh.
am dashing.
No, you're not using the sword.
Yeah, you have to do the sword dash.
Yeah.
remember
oh,
that.
son of a gun.
Apparently,
hey?
there's like coins and
How do you
and
do
stuff
that
that's
again?
indicators. Hold down and press the attack button. You have to hold it though, I think.
What's the attack button?
There you
Um,
go.
Yeah, that'll do.
Now shoot an arrow.
Oh.
That makes
I didn't
sense.
even recognize that
The
there.
brains are slowly turning on tonight.
I was trying to do math, man.
Holy smokes, Brand! Good luck with that. I have a buddy who's trying to make a shiny living dex in Pokemon Go. Yeah, best of luck.
A shining living dex? Actually, A Drive did that.
Oh, just
That guy you sent about with the that did the competitive or the EV
Oh.
training video.
Oh, yeah, that
he's
guy.
he's a big streamer for Pokemon, and he did a live dex of I found a secret. Oh,
just tap Y as you go. Is what.
he completed a whole shiny dex for Let's Go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dang it! I didn't
Yeah,
start
so
timer.
just spam Y as you're running through. You don't have to do the charge. You just have to.
Yeah. Gotta.
But I still need to run.
Well, you can actually like if you hold Y to run and then spam it, it'll still keep you running. I
I
think.
just don't know if I can do it.
Look, Evan, you don't have to believe in yourself because I believe in you.
Is that enough?
Don't forget to do the thing.
Ah!
Why
Oh,
don't
you
you
did
just
the thing, but you
Yeah,
missed.
you can shoot just straight.
Shot it and you missed.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're
I'm trying to
backseat
hold
gaming.
trying to hold like a million buttons at once. All right. All right. Doing shiny live decks for Shield, that's impossible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that right now. Unless you want to
What's
play
up, the
Shield for the
Survivor?
rest of your
Survivor.
entire life, it's impossible. Yeah, I did it. Look
I
at
mean,
that.
it depends. Do you have a lot of shinies in your like Pokemon bag
How
that
did
you
this
can
happen?
transfer?
We're playing Mario. We're
Pokemon?
talking
Somebody
about
he was asking about Pokemon.
Oh, right.
Look. When we talk about
well, you
the
didn't even
many
acknowledge the
miscellaneous-
survivor coming
Oh,
in.
hello, the survivor. Welcome to the Mario stream where we talk about Pokemon. Anyways,
Nice.
I don't think it's right to be like, what? How dare we talk about this topic on this stream? Considering
goodness.
talking about this topic on this stream is kind of one of our trademarks. I
What
refer
is-
you back to Giants.
No one else can talk about Pokemon. We've trademarked it.
Yeah,
You're too slow. You don't.
you're
be
too
faster.
slow.
Too slow.
I could beat this within 4 tries.
Okay, you know what, Peter? I think
You know,
Evan.
the nice
Ah,
thing about
damn
the
it.
Giants conversation, though, is I felt like I had something to contribute, which is
All right,
why
Jack.
it went on for so long.
Who's your Pokemon favorite? Favorite Pokemon?
We've already gone through
Like,
this.
to
It's
sleep with,
obviously
or-
Swamp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it actually? It's Swampert.
Yeah,
Swampert.
yeah.
Matthew, you know, as much as I love about
Alright,
talking
you know,
about
he's-
Pokemon, let's talk about
Yeah.
let's talk
So, I
about
mean,
that
he's
new
not my
game that's
favorite.
coming out. That's like Pokemon that
Probably
IGN
not even in the top.
Oh,
IGN
300,
promoted
but,
today.
Temtem.
You know, he's chill.
Is that the one? Temtem?
Mm-hmm.
Temtem's a new wave.
What's a new wave?
It's nothing. I just remember. Do you guys know who Shofu is?
Yes.
That was like a phrase that he used on Twitter all the time, and now it's stuck in my brain. Whenever I hear Temtem, I just think about that. Yeah, apparently it's kind of just attempting to be a Pokemon clone, but you know.
No, I didn't see them there. They blended in.
Evan, shooting arrows at the Paran plants is slowing you down.
Yeah,
You
you
gotta
just,
You just gotta knife him.
just spam the sword.
Oh, I
bro.
won't make it.
It's a speed
Why?
run. You gotta
What's
be good.
wrong? What's wrong? See, was that hard? Good job.
There you go.
You'll get there, pal. You got 10 minutes.
10 seconds.
You got 10 minutes to do it for 10 seconds. That's dude. The math. on
No!
that.
Oh goodness! I thought
That was you're getting there.
Yeah, you'll figure it out eventually.
That was like.
this is too many buttons to press all in.
Oh,
Succession.
all in the sequence.
what? Okay, I haven't heard of Temtem. I'll have to give it a Google.
Yeah, Temtem's a new wave.
Give it that Google, Peter. No.
Oh, it was on Kickstarter. That means it's an indie game.
Mm-hmm. And it's an MMORPG.
That means it'll
I
never
think,
be
as well.
released.
No, it says it's coming out January 21st.
Look at that.
2020.
What do
Yeah,
you
it's
think
like
of that?
it's like a Pokemon game, and it's an MMORPG.
Oh,
as
and
Peter
it's coming
said.
to Xbox.
Yeah.
Peter
So
didn't say
you know what? I might actually try getting it. I'll support competition to the Pokemon
He
world.
will attempt
You know what?
to buy it.
You know what? Can you imagine
Yeah,
another game
never
coming
mind.
out that with the Pokemon formula that just schools Pokemon
Oh,
and it
it's
actually
literally
forces them to like
Pokemon.
really
It's
innovate? Not that they didn't innovate in Sword and Shield. Oh damn it! I messed up.
Yeah, that looks like Pokemon.
It's literally Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like it.
I wonder if, like, I don't know. I don't see Game Freak as being capable of rising to that challenge. I kind of feel like they probably just send him a C and D.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you know
especially
how?
now that we boycotted
No, they
Game
can't.
Freak.
They can't send them a cease and desist, can they? They've already gotten to this stage, so clearly
Well-
they're allowed to do this.
And Nintendo's also like on top of that usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're on top of shutting down stuff.
No way would a Kickstarter get close enough where it's releasing in like 2 weeks.
I
Sorry, viewers. I'm sorry.
You should be.
I'm sorry.
Tap ZER as soon as you see the other Z indicator.
Yeah.
But you know how we were talking about how like Nintendo might have kind of has that mental, or maybe I was watching that on a different podcast that's not ours, but you know the whole idea that like Nintendo knows best, so like they're not gonna they're like, you know what, these ideas are great, but we're not gonna implement them because we know what Pokemon actually needs and it doesn't need that.
You know what I think Pokemon needs is really get me into it.
Weeblies. Well, those are.
Yeah, I mean, you're not entirely wrong. I was gonna say anime titties. You know.
Hey.
I mean, she's kind of this Santa girl is like,
She's cute.
yeah, she's cute. She kind of flat. That's okay.
But
But,
anyways,
you
to
know.
finish my point about like Nintendo knows best. If another game comes out and implements the things that Nintendo thinks won't work for the Pokemon formula, does it well, and it's very successful, might make Game Freak be like, yo, maybe that would work. Maybe we should do that. You know? Ah, gosh!
Mein Gott.
Oh my gosh.
Peter, how much time do I have now?
I will check for you.
There's literally nothing Evan would rather do.
You're getting, you're getting roasted
You have
as well. In the
2
chat.
minutes.
Well, I wouldn't say
You're
getting
too
roasted.
slow.
We're just, yeah. Well, that's about as polite as you can say that. I'm sure there's other viewers we'd have that would say it to you in a lot crueler of a way.
No!
No, it's okay. You can
No,
make it.
no, it's all over. It's over.
It's all
man.
over now.
It's over. Yeah.
It's all over.
Oh,
I'm so close.
Oh,
My motivation is back. I can do this.
I know
are
you
you
can
You
do
had
it.
1 second left in that run. You're not going fast enough.
I know, but
But his
like,
motivation
I'm
is
there.
back.
You know.
Yeah.
Like I'm right
He's
there.
feeling himself.
It is satisfying to watch. This is
Yeah.
No!
you use the arrow.
I
That's
used
it.
the arrow.
Game over.
This could be it for me.
Oh.
A valiant effort.
Mayu is the one who puts like 8 hours into every level.
This is really. I like this level. I just suck at it. That's all.
Well, you're doing pretty good. Keep it up.
Thanks.
I mean, it
that's
can't be
just
that
the
much
that's
longer.
just the support I needed from my friends right now to beat this level. This run. Here we go, boys.
Here we go.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah!
Let's go.
There it
Let's
is.
go.
The hype is real.
Yeah.
GG, heart, thanks.
Was it worth it, Evan?
Thank you, Kawhi. Love the level.
Oh,
Very fun.
dude, you almost got the record too.
almost. Not gonna brag.
Ooh.
Almost.
Can't believe
Thanks
you
for the
missed it
love
by
of
a
me.
hundredth
Feel
of a
free to
second.
shoot some more.
Mm.
Do we have another level?
Wait,
Yeah,
yes,
we have another
we
level.
do.
Put it
I'll-
in the chat.
It's in the chat. This is the survivors level.
Nice.
Oh,
All right. Give it to me. Give it to me, Peter.
It's in the chat.
Ah.
Bottom. You feel
Man
hyped after
Crush
that one?
Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I feel really hyped. I'm 1 for 1.
Oh my god. So this is the survivors level code. He's not sure what we've played of his in the past, so we can just kind of take our pick.
I was gonna say I think we have actually played this level before because I remember seeing MCN. and being
Oh,
like,
I didn't know you could do that.
Grand Danger Canyon.
Grand Danger.
Pick what
Starbright
everyone
Mountain.
speaks out to you.
Well, like do a little.
Well, yeah, I'm
browse
going
the
through
rules.
everything first. These have some good names, you know. These seem like my kind of levels.
Is there anything you'd recommend, Survivor?
I gotta be honest, the top one sounded
Yeah.
my speed. Grand Danger Canyon.
I like
Standard course,
levels.
collect 3 coins.
I like levels that have
Or a bonus.
like cool names, you know, and cool names are like.
Or like,
Survivor says avoid the early stuff.
Well, good thing I picked his most
The
recent.
earliest.
What's
Oh
what's
wait,
an example?
doesn't it go like from
I'm-
most?
I think it goes most recent.
Yeah, that's
it
what I
goes
was
most recent, yeah. What's
Don't
an
do
example
sweet
of a good
things.
name, Matt?
Get out of here.
Well, I'm sorry, I should elaborate. I guess it's like.
It should be.
Oh, I forgot those
Peter,
guys
is
do
the
that
queue
in
not
this
working
game.
on YouTube again?
no, it is. It didn't notify for some reason, but it is in there.
Okay, cool.
Whoops.
That's okay. No, I'm trying to think of what I would consider to be like
Oh.
a good level name. I guess it's just like the way these levels are set up, where it's like 2 words or
Yeah.
3 words,
Lemmings.
and just very like descriptive.
I think any
In, like,
I
a
think
cool
any
style.
level name that rolls off the tongue or kind of rhymes that
Yeah.
describes somewhat what the level
Yeah.
is going to be a good
Well,
name,
I
right?
think for me, like the reason why I like that style of naming levels is because of like Sonic games. Because Sonic games are every level is always 2 words, and it's very like descriptive despite only being 2 words. Why are
And
you
I-
looking at me like that, Eric?
I
Why are
like-
you booing me? I'm right.
And I like
Sonic
how
Blue Ring Hedgehog.
I like how it is reminiscent of like actual Mario games. It's
Yeah.
like it's not like I'm trying to make the hardest course possible. It's like
Green Hill
All right, that is only one example.
Casino Zone
no,
Hydro Plant.
No, No.
Cool names.
No,
Matt,
no,
you're
no,
getting
come on.
Matt, you're getting pretty got right now.
Sky
man.
Sanctuary, Chemical Plant, Radical Highway.
Chemical Plant is a thing.
Wait,
is that a good
is that what it's called?
name?
Chemical
These are all
Plant?
just like
If you're in a
2-word
chemical
things that I
plant-
have no idea.
Yeah, but they're descriptive. They
Yeah, nuclear destruction.
they're descriptive. They tell you everything you need
It's
to
like
know.
Sonic goes to the DMV.
Or, you know what? You know what'd be a great level name?
Cool level. What are you
What's-
talking about? I love Sonic goes to the DMV.
The DMV zone. A good name for chemical plant would be like along Eric's thing. Like if you blew up some nuclear device at the end, it'd be like nuclear disarmament.
I like
know?
Sonic level names because they're straight to the point. City Escape.
What are we doing?
You're escaping the city. There you go.
But from
Green
what?
Hill
Give me
Zone?
context. From what?
A lot of
city.
stuff.
I guess I'll have to play the level to find out.
Mhm.
It's kind of a mystery.
Eric,
impossible
how
to
far are
tell.
you in Sonic Adventure 2 right now?
Not very far.
When we were kind of doing just kind of more simple Let's Plays and stuff for our YouTube content, I really wanted to do a Let's Play of Sonic Adventure. I've never played Sonic Adventure to this day. I have it downloaded on my PC. I just can't be bothered to play it.
All right.
Is Matt a real Sonic fan?
Does Sonic happen to go on an adventure in that game?
Well, I mean,
Does Sonic have sexual relations with a human lady?
Boy,
Is that
if
the
you
one?
listen to Lil Sonic's fan fictions, yes, he does.
Big fan
If
of Little
you-
Sonic. Big
Yeah.
fan.
Play
Little
Sonic 06? Yes, he does.
Well, he doesn't like. I mean, he doesn't.
Matt, yes, he does.
When are we gonna get Sonic in Kingdom Hearts? That's my question. Right?
When are we gonna get Sonic in Smash?
Sonic in Smash. Finally, our Sonic fans have a Smash character they can get behind, but not close
Literally.
because he's too fast to stay behind.
What if they literally want to get behind him?
A lot of them probably do.
I love Sonic.
Actually, did you see that game theory where like Matt Pat figured out who actually was the fastest character in Smash? And it was actually like any character as long as Ripley has you and grinding your face into the ground. Apparently Ripley can like grind your face against the ground like at like thousands of kilometers an hour.
Dang it.
And
That's
he said,
awesome.
Matt Pat said like within a fraction of a second you'd be entirely disintegrated.
Dang, Ridley's strong.
Top
Ridley is
tier.
actually a sick inclusion for a character in Smash.
Oh, dang it.
I won't spend too long talking about it, but like.
No, wait. I've got a checkpoint. I've got a checkpoint. I just want to rush through it.
You've got time. How much time does he have?
5.5 minutes.
5.5 minutes. He's got time. There's time.
What if they came out with a Super Smash Bros. Game? Where
What?
Nintendo
Impossible.
and Xbox and Microsoft and every company in the entire world came together and was like, how sick would it be if all our characters could be in this game? And then boom, you have a Smash Bros. Game that has literally thousands of playable characters.
that
each
Smash
with
Bros.
their
at that
own
point?
unique character. You know, their skill set. Some of them are clones because you got to have a little clonage in there, but they're all different from different IPs. They could just call it Super Smash Infinite.
I don't think they would call it that. I feel like if all those companies thrown together, it's gonna be a different game all entirely.
No, it'll still be called Super Smash Bros.
No.
You just
But
said it
everyone
wouldn't be
gets a
called Super Smash.
Yeah.
I just said Super Smash Bros. Infinite.
Super Smash Bros. Infinity War, maybe.
No.
I'm not
The
getting the red coins.
NCU?
I don't have
well,
the patience.
It'll be that one once, you know, Nintendo gets the movie industry in on it too. Can you imagine John Wick versus Super Mario? Crazy. John Wick
Because as
versus
we all know, Marvel's
John-
Avengers were stars of the big screen before anything else.
John Wick versus Bill and Ted. Excellent adventure. Fight to the death.
What would John Wick's
What?
final
What?
Smash
What?
be?
What?
John Wick's final smash would just be pulling out a gun and killing everyone. On
All right.
screen.
No,
well,
John-
What is he gonna do
no,
for all
his-
of his special moves
His,
then?
his final smash is gonna be his dog comes out of nowhere, and then the other character kills it, and then
That'd be sweet.
and he's like,
though,
"You
right?
killed my dog."
I was thinking about this as I was driving over. I only really advocate for having Goku in Smash because I know it really pisses Eric off. But Goku in Smash would be kind of sick.
Shut up, man.
Is- Goku's not even really a good character for a fighting game, to be honest.
Well, I mean,
Like he's not set up to be like a fighter, you know. It
Well,
just feels
Have
so
you
unnatural.
seen Dragon?
Yeah, you're right.
Boom, boom, triple kill.
John Wick is
Triple
way better.
trigger.
Well, I mean, that's what I find kind of funny about the game Dragon Ball FighterZ is they're still adding DLC characters to that game, and like the disparity of power between some characters in that game is like unbelievable. But like obviously for the sake of game balance, they all fight pretty normally. Like Yamcha is one of like the really good characters in the game, and he's by far like canonically the weakest character.
He sucks. I've seen Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Z abridged. Yamcha's a bitch. Oh, wait, we're on fan.
Which level is that, Survivor? That you took? No, what's? I've never played the Wii version of Super Mario.
You never played Super Mario Brothers Wii?
Dude, that one was like the best one because
It
that
was
was the
actually
first
really
game that
good.
they did the like co-op multiplayer.
Oh, 6-1. Sorry, I didn't see.
That.
Well,
oh.
I guess I'll just
Yep,
sit
I
here
guess
for
I'll
a little
just
while.
die.
Monty will
Well,
follows you.
this pipe is my home now.
Hey.
Well,
did
would
it.
you look at that?
Nice job. We all get it clear
No,
tonight, Gray. You're gonna
no
keep up the.
attempted.
Well, I mean, does mine really count? It was a pretty easy level. I built in like. an
No,
hour.
yeah.
Hey, but I still beat it. So.
I mean, true, but
Did beat it.
I'm gonna vote for it doesn't count for Matt.
Well, I'm gonna vote for you not speaking again for the rest of the night.
Oh, what? Get out of here.
Hashtag Fire Peter. I was against it. Now I'm for it. Hashtag Fire Peter.
Hashtag.
I think you get to
him
play
out
a
of here.
kawaii level.
Hashtag
Yeah, you
make
bet
him
you will.
sell
I mean,
his house to us.
If
so
you
we
think
can-
about any fighting game, it doesn't make sense, you know, logistically that you have like a rat that can beat up demigods.
yeah,
You know, but that's just how it has to work.
Yeah.
I
for the
guess if-
sake of the game.
I guess if a company like really
Would
like
count.
respects, well, not respect.
Oh,
that's the
how
bad
did I
word
ruin
to
it?
say. But like, if they don't want their character to be like cheapened
No, that's correct.
by like having like villager from Animal Crossing beat the crap out of them, then they probably don't want to put it in Smash.
I was thinking about Injustice because it's like, okay, so this is Superman going up against the Joker.
Yeah.
The Joker has a knife and Superman's dead now.
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
We get to take our pick.
look at her.
I
Look at
will
all these
say
medals.
though, I would prefer it, guys, if you could send us specific levels. Like, sure, we can go through your list. I'm just saying, it's send us our levels, not send us your user code and make us browse through your levels.
Oh my!
Come on, come on, come on.
Matt
What are you
wants
saying?
streams to be
Insane.
so specific. What? You're
It's just-
DMing us? Get out of here.
Oh,
You're sending us
that still bothers me.
profiles? Get out of here.
Man.
No, I will
Matt,
die.
we
on
love
that hill.
everyone.
Anyways, hey guys, welcome to the first ever episode of Matt Connection, where we do whatever Matt wants for always and forever.
I'm gonna play.
It just become a Pokemon channel.
this one.
No, Matthew, how are you gonna respond?
Is he gonna leave?
Oh, play through the fire. Okay.
You know what?
whoops,
I'm
we
not
will
going to
go back.
respond because
Desert Stiletto Rush.
No, we're gonna
what
play
does
through the
what
fire
is
because
what does
that's
retaliation do for
he wants
anybody?
me to play.
You know?
Makes
You know what?
feel
You know
good.
what it did. You know, I can think of a lot of examples in this world where retaliation did a lot of people good. You know,
Yeah,
I
like
mean, like
All right,
World
we'll
War
have,
II. I mean, it did a lot of people bad, but you know what? I think there was
That
like a
one's
net
too
zero
hard.
there.
Oh man, Kawaii, you have no faith. But I mean, you're probably right at the same point.
okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't have to jump. I understand now.
Oh.
Got it.
You know, standing up to your bully can do a lot of good.
Can.
Well,
Oh, all right. I see what's happening. I'm gonna slowly learn this
You know
level.
what?
Excuse me.
Pardon me.
can do a lot of good. Look at the friendship we have blossoming here. Matt used to be Eric's bully. Eric retaliated, and now
And
they're
now-
the bestest friends ever.
and
You know
now
what, Eric?
you suck at lacrosse, okay?
Oh.
You were such garbage. It made me genuinely angry.
Why
And
are you bullying me, Matt? Stop.
Because you were hot. You didn't even try.
Yes, I was. It
You were just
hurt.
standing in the goal, and letting goals in. And it
Yeah,
was upset.
have you had a lacrosse ball thrown right at you?
Those balls hurt.
Yeah, man, it hurts a lot.
A real lacrosse player has like so much protection on.
Yeah,
Like,
I had nothing.
Gym class, we were given a shirt and some shorts. You weren't even allowed to wear stuff other than that. You got docked marks unless you were wearing the very specific shirt and the very specific pair of shorts.
I forgot. Yeah, you totally did.
Yeah, you got a
You want to get
minus.
hit
That's
by
a minus.
That's a minus.
you want to get hit by a ball the size of half an ostrich egg, like at 20 miles an hour? We're gonna give kids
one
a bunch
trauma.
of sticks
Oh,
with
wow.
nets on them
I
and
was
tell them to chuck this
really-
ball at one another.
Yeah, I think broom ball was the worst one. Hey kids,
Hi, Iron.
go run around on the ice with your shoes.
Yeah.
Oh,
See
yeah.
how that works out for you.
But are we not stronger because of it?
You know
No.
what? I feel more powerful every day.
I was a pretty amazing broomball goalie.
Yeah, see, the survivors is like playing lacrosse and getting hit in the ding dong ain't pleasant.
It ain't pleasant. Those balls
It
are
ain't pleasant.
It ain't
hard.
pleasant.
Yeah, they are.
You know how you?
Thank you for submitting, Kawhi. I really enjoy your levels. A lot of fun.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Peter, do we have any more? Or are we out already?
Well, I put it in the chat. Has it appeared?
It sure hasn't. Otherwise, I would be typing
it
it
did
in, not
not.
sitting here waiting for a code. Just a thought, you know.
Sass, Peter. How are you gonna respond?
I'm gonna respond with MCM.
Okay.
Mm.
MCN or M?
M.
Oh man, if
okay,
only
I see
there
where
was
this
a
is
way
going.
to speak.
DVN.
Does very.
I actually had to.
This is the one I just typed in.
Yes, it's more. It's another one of Survivor's levels.
Ah, fair enough.
Or like his profile again. That's right, Matt.
That's fine. I'll pick a level. of my
DF.
own. DF?
DF.
Does
Quasi down field.
Quijin.
I hate Matt.
I
Starbright
saw
Mountain?
I saw the funniest like prequel review today. It was from one of my newer favorite YouTubers. His name's Cosmonaut Mark or Cosmonaut Variety Hour, and he's talking about the prequels and he's comparing them to like, you know, a shot from the Last Jedi of like them being really enthusiastic that everyone's being like upset about because they're like, oh, it's too Lake Marvel. And he's like, you know what? I'll take that over like scenes like this, like from the Phantom Menace. They're getting chased by a fish. They're in the water. These guys couldn't care less that they are about to die. Like Jar Jar's freaking out and Qui-Gon's just like, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. And then this giant fish is chasing them and biting them. Just absolutely couldn't care less.
Hey, Neil. How's it going? Good to see you.
Neil, what's up?
It's been a little bit.
Wow.
What was that hitbox?
Having watched The Phantom Menace recently as part of our Star Wars marathon, I cannot agree more. Like, it survives only in the context that it is a meme with a few, like, kind of cool scenes.
Yeah. Actually, like the guy I was watching, he actually made a point where it's like, Jar Jar is actually the only character in this movie that has a personality, and like I think, and he's actually one of the only characters that moves the plot forward. Like
It's
it's
kind of
integral
true.
to the plot.
Yeah, it's
This movie would be infinitely worse without Jar Jar Binks. It'd just be
Never
a bunch
thought
of
about it that
boring
way.
people talking in monotone voices to each other.
Hey, thanks for the level, Neil.
Is Jar Jar Binks the best Star Wars character ever created?
you know, even his like episodes in the Clone Wars series, I didn't mind.
Yeah, I
Honestly.
didn't mind them either. And he had a couple like episodes where he was like the star of them too, right?
Mhm, yeah, he
No,
did.
no.
What about Queen Amidala, the most interesting character ever?
Her-
It turns out it was actually Padme all along. Isn't that crazy?
I will not sit while this what is it? Congression talks about the fate of my people.
I vote for no confidence in Chancellor Valorum.
You ever thought about how quickly they ousted Chancellor Valorum? Like they're
They're
all
literally just like, yeah.
they're all like the entire time they're setting up the Republic, like it's a very slow bureaucratic process, and then it's just like Chancellor Valorum, I call for a vote of no confidence, and all other like the other 1,000 delegates in that room are just like, yeah, I can dig that.
The Palpatine's like, now they will choose a new leader. What?
I love democracy.
Hey, did Iron Springs, if you just like add exclamation point. Never mind, Peter's all over it.
What are these hit? Yeah, I'm not gonna make. I'm not gonna.
Communications, Eric,
No,
can only
John.
mean one thing:
No, John.
invasion.
Is that the only thing it can mean? You know, we really don't give enough credit to those two people who piloted Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan into the hangar bay, who die immediately.
The first victims of
Of the Clone
of
Wars!
the Clone Wars. The first victims of Star Wars in general.
Yeah.
No one ever died in that galaxy ever before.
Yeah.
that.
Evan, how well versed are you in like the canon of Star Wars before the movies?
No, I actually know very little about like prequels. Like I've read into it a bit, but like I'm very
Are you familiar with the Thought Bomb?
the thought bomb. No,
That's pretty intense.
Yeah.
what's the thought bomb?
It's a little tough to explain. It's like a Sith weapon that they used like thousands of years before the events of the mainline Star Wars series. That's once they created it, it killed every force-sensitive person within a certain radius
Oh my
and
god!
concentrated them into like a crystal sphere
Whoa.
that their souls were trapped in forever.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's the way to go.
I definitely never read about that.
Yeah. It's pretty intense.
Pretty intense. It's very cool.
Jack,
Absolutely, send us your hard
have you ever
response.
heard of the tragedy of Darth Plagueis?
No,
The Wise.
Never once.
He was so wise. How come he got killed in his sleep?
He's
'Cause you
tired,
can't be
man.
wise when you're
Sometimes
sleeping.
you get sleepy. You go on a bender.
Should have called him Darth Plagueis the narcoleptic.
Oh, that's awesome. By the way, Matt is playing Neil's Over.
No. No.
Oh,
Shut up,
no.
Peter.
I
Peter,
think I'm
Peter's
playing
first
it.
word is final.
What? What?
Oh wow, that worked out.
It's another troll level. I'm good at troll levels.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You know, another thing that this guy said is that there was one line that he really did like in the Phantom Menace that he felt like did a pretty good job as like foreshadowing the end of the movie, which was when the exchange between Anakin and Qui-Gon, where Anakin's like kind of being like, "Is that a lightsaber?" And like, no. He was like, "I thought only Jedi had lightsabers. Are you a Jedi?" And he's like, "What if I killed a Jedi and stole his lightsaber?" "That's impossible. A Jedi could never be killed." And then Qui-Gon's like, "Oh, I wish that were true." I was like, "Yeah." And then he dies at the end, right? So cool.
I mean, but Qui-Gon doesn't though, because he's the first one to master the ghost form.
Well, he still dies.
I mean, does he though?
And like, well, I guess, but also technically,
I mean,
he doesn't like go into the Force in that moment, right? Which usually, I think that was like kind of like just what's it called? A retcon. Is that the
yes.
right word? A
Kind of,
retcon
yeah.
from the Clone Wars, being like, "Oh yeah, Qui-Gon knew it," but I guess they did say that he couldn't fully figure it out. So I guess that's why
yeah,
he didn't.
I mean,
completely
so
go into
much
the
of
Force.
so much of Star Wars is just other people having to sort through George Lucas's inability to like world build correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about that when we were watching Star Wars. We were like, did this guy just happen to just by chance make two great movies and then it was just by chance because the other four were just terrible?
I'm hyped, Neil. I'm hyped.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't by chance. He had to have some level of creative vision that
Yeah.
worked out really well. But you know,
I think maybe he just kind of got. I think what happened later on is that he had like a good team around him and they worked well together. But as they got more successful, he might have just gotten a little bit in his head
yeah.
and then
it's,
thought that other people's opinions were like he was the visionary and like
yeah,
they
it's,
weren't.
It's easy to jump the shark when you're, a director or you're an artiste doing all your own stuff, right? And you kind of might get this overflated sense of yourself in a lot of ways. I think that probably happened to an extent, but it's all good.
Yeah. Oh, I should watch Force
Into
2. I
the
forgot it came out. Yeah, it came out on another.
I watched it, Matheson. I hope I get this. Am I getting the troll level? Because I'm hyped for it. Or is Jack getting
Did
it?
you like that?
I did not like that. Just load back into it so we can. Like
You fool.
I'm sorry, dude. There's no greater cardinal sin on
What
this
did you
live
do,
connection couch than playing a Mario Maker level and not liking it after. Just look at Eric's reaction. He's upset. He's angry.
We have some amateur dude buying the computer. Once again, hashtag fire Peter.
Guys,
Deleting
it's trending.
levels from the queue that aren't supposed to be deleted.
God.
Are you even awake? Yeah. Well, so are you.
Hey.
Wow.
Matt, it's the
Dang.
holidays. Where's your holiday cheer?
Sorry.
Peter, you're
I
a
ain't even hear what it is.
family
mistletoe
happiness?
axe.
Hey,
I'm
what's up,
sorry.
Pamper?
Okay, Eric, after I beat this level, I'll trade off with you here.
Did I ask for that?
I don't care.
Okay.
I need. I've been too.
Hello,
United.
Team
United.
I've been
Hello.
too good
I
on
said
the stream
hi.
already,
Guten Tag.
and I need to like.
No one listens to me.
Fire,
Hello there.
Peter.
Pamper.
Fire, Peter.
Okay, Peter. What is the level
Yes.
code?
Oh no, it's not. Yes, it is.
Peter, you're so amateur.
XRD 69 or 6N9 6VF.
Is that the right level? I accidentally deleted
I mean, who
yours
knows?
as the
You're the
voice
guy who's
of-
supposed to be responsible for this kind of thing. So if you can't do it, no one
6N.
can.
November.
That's not phonetic.
Yes, it is.
You use November.
Yeah.
Of all
November
the
is-
possible words that start with the letter N, you use November.
Because it's proper.
Not like Nanuary.
Well, United Pamper,
What?
we got us four on the couch, and then Peter is on the control desk, not succeeding in sending levels because apparently he doesn't really know how to do anything. And then we've also got Eric here, so Eric jumps
Oh,
in for a
n-
comment when I say that Goku.
I
should
got
be
another
expanded.
Kawhi's levels.
Yeah,
Let's
that's next.
go.
Hopefully
Sorry,
I don't mess this up.
Wow, that is a lot of plays.
Oh yeah, she's super popular.
Yeah, she's got some of the really popular levels on Mario Maker, and she's in our stream chat right
Well,
now.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Well, congratulations on your popularity. Thank you for
gracing us with your
gracing us with
presence,
your
my
presence.
queen.
Yeah.
Kawhi, am I the worst person you've ever seen play your levels?
You're top 10 for sure.
Aw. You know, you don't have to self-deprecate like that. You know.
What are you doing? It's a speed run. Evan.
Self-deprecating is one of the top forms of con.
This is
What's
this
the
is her
no?
most
Oh,
popular
the
level.
pun is the top form of comedy,
Oh,
right?
really?
Yeah, people love puns.
So there's
People
a
hate
theme
puns, but
in
the-
in Mayu's levels, Evan. It's don't jump on green, jump on red,
Oh, where'd you read that?
because it's in multiple of her levels.
And every time there's an arrow, that generally means something.
Interesting. You've been observing, Graydon.
I have been observing.
Well, they also usually say it in the descriptions too.
no,
who's
just
counting?
gonna take my
son
credit
of
away
a
from me.
monkey's uncle.
Monkey
So are any of you
uncles.
guys? I know Eric is, but are any of you guys fans of Boogie 2298?
What?
Ooh.
I don't really watch him. I know
No.
of
Like
him.
he's one of
are you
like
gonna
the
bring
legends of YouTube. He's one of the oldest content creators.
Nah.
I've been listening to the H3H3 podcast that he was in. He has had a really rough life. I won't go into detail, A, because I don't remember, and B, because I don't want to. But like, it's interesting to listen to him like talk and just kind of speak so candidly and so I guess flippantly about how just bad the things he's gone through in his life are.
I think
What,
I
what,
would-
what do
I
you
would love
think?
to love-
No, that was it.
Focusing
He
now.
said, "I
Hey,
think."
Wendy.
Therefore, I am.
Cutie Pie Koopa.
Wendy Koopa.
I think a lot of those early
Cootie
YouTubers
pie.
had a lot of like quite rough lives
Yeah.
because like even like
Philip DeFranco.
a lot of them like they were. It's not just that YouTube was hard, but they were just like regular people in the States.
Yeah.
Man. Like not a. I feel like the States like the. I don't know. I think they have so many people. There's the quality of life there is definitely not as good as
It's
like,
it's
in Canada.
yeah. I mean, definitely to an extent. Yes.
So like,
But I mean-
and these people were coming from like all over the place, right? And they have they grew such unique skill sets. I don't even know where I'm trying to go with it, but like, you know, rough YouTube and everything. So it's not uncommon to see that they would come from such bad backgrounds, you know, have to go through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's that gives them that like dedication to put as much work as they have in like the early YouTube days too.
Hey, Triple. What's happening, man?
We got a sub. That means we're 3 subs away from 200.
One
One sub.
away.
Clearly, I
Plus-
don't know how to read.
Plus, like, how many of the early day YouTubers are actually still around? A lot of them are gone because they
Yeah.
just couldn't stay relevant, right?
Well, I saw that because like this podcast that I was listening to is from 2017, and I know a lot of.
Did we hit it?
We hit it.
We
Yay!
hit it.
Excellent.
Hey,
200
thank you.
subs.
Oh, I was gonna
God.
say, I'm gonna.
Pamper,
this out.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Hey,
I mean,
thanks,
let's not
Iron.
stop at 200.
Hey.
Let's hit 225
We got
before.
221.
Hey,
221.
Wait, what?
Greeted by an ad.
221. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
No, 201. Is that what? Did I say
You said 221.
I
You got
said
us
it
all
back.
excited.
I said it back, and I thought 201 is.
Thinking, literally every viewer in the chat was just like, I'll sub right now.
I haven't subbed yet. We'll do it now.
Hey guys,
I get greeted by an ad.
now we're only 5 away from 300. Keep on going.
Your
Oh,
brother.
Pamper wanted to be the 200th, but then he got met with an ad.
Oh no. We have ads,
Yeah, we've had ads for a while.
but we don't get paid for ads.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't. We're not part of the partner program.
And then I'll explain this.
No,
to
we
you
got
later.
removed from partner program.
No,
Hey, Josh plays Pokemon.
Or are you talking about on Twitch?
I feel like
talking
you and
about
Matt would
Twitch.
get along really well.
Wait, we hit 200 on Twitch now too?
No.
Peter, you're all over
Guys,
the
we were
place,
supposed to be
man.
celebrating.
Someone's all over the place, and for
Okay.
once, it's not Peter.
Yes. All I was saying is we can run Twitch. I could run a 2-minute ad right now on Twitch, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But I have that power.
Yeah,
That's a smart tool for like bathroom breaks and
yeah.
stuff though.
I
if you're
get
streaming live.
I get ads on Twitch all the time when I like go to our channel.
Yeah.
Happens
Twitch is
all
no
the time.
surprise. I think it's kind of news to find out we're getting ads on YouTube now.
Did you
No,
know?
we're not.
Wait. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Peter meant Twitch. We got the ad on.
Yeah.
So do you know? I think this is an Amazon thing. They're just lousy with ads because like, I was watching Prime Video with my family the other night.
Good job.
Well done.
Nicely done.
And
Okay, Eric,
you pay for Amazon Prime, obviously, and they still put ads before the show you're trying to watch.
Yeah,
Really?
actually, they
Yeah,
do
I'm
that.
like, why?
What? That is ridiculous.
It's like, why do I have to watch an advertisement for the thing I'm already paying for, and you know I'm paying for? Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here watching
Yeah,
it.
that's kind of wild actually. I would really hate that.
18 more.
That is a great point, actually.
We got
I'm only at like
3
right now.
Samantha Boner.
Why?
Wait,
Boner.
Eric, you've got
Samantha, no.
Eric's only got 18
7
Pokemon left for his decks.
Not
Yeah.
3.
Dude, I'm not gonna trade you those Pokemon because then you're gonna beat me to
5
completing the decks. I'm like 20
Verizon.
I
left.
just want to be
Matt,
able to start doing
Do you know what?
like proper training stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what season it is?
Did we like
It's
that
the
level?
season-
I
Evan.
did. Yes,
I like
I
every
liked
level.
it. I liked it. Someone
It's
has
not the
to
season
start
of
on top
taking.
here.
Absolutely.
So it's exclamation park ad and then the level code with dashes in between,
Yeah.
and it'll zing zing the level. Okay, cool.
What the heck?
Whoa.
It's the season of death. That's actually pretty
What?
accurate.
Hey, have you answered Joshua's question, Peter?
I literally just did that.
Oh, apologies.
I'm sitting like
What?
I could touch
Oh,
you
I
with
see.
my body right now. I'm sitting.
Oh,
so
look at his
close to you.
face.
Ooh,
Look at
what?
the clown
Sorry, you
car's
say
face.
Oh yeah, look at that.
He's like, oh! Ah! We need that like one voice line that or like sound effect they have in Mario Maker where it's like, help me!
Oh yeah.
Help me!
Is that
remember-
just Mario Maker 1, or is that all in Mario
I think
Maker
they
2?
have it in this one too.
Yeah, there was actually a fair bit of like cut kind of Easter eggy type content from 1 to 2. One of the things was it used to have it where just completely by random your character would die, and instead of immediately just being do 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 do, it would do
Was I supposed
it would
to do
literally just be
something
like
here?
a 45
Probably,
second
yeah.
sound clip, and it'd be like,
Oh yeah.
and he's like,
yeah.
Mamma Mia, and then like there's like all these different ones. There's one where Mario meets every other Mario that's fallen down that hole. And it's kind of messed up. Let's do find the difference in what that level that you just sent us.
Neil,
Oh, dude, last time we did that was traumatizing.
Yeah,
we made
we all
Shuckle
did that.
rage last time.
Oh wait, is that what this level is supposed to be?
I don't think so.
Or
No,
am I just supposed to figure it out?
no. Wait, I think Iron Spider Sting just put a spot the difference.
Neil had a riddle for us that I don't fully understand. Imagine you're in a metal box and you have nothing on you, with nobody around. How do you get out?
Shia LaBeouf. What am I supposed to do here, guys?
There's one of the faces in the second column is like a sweet face and not a smiley face.
I don't know what the game plan is here, folks.
I don't know. Can you jump up a Rooney?
Nothing.
No, I don't have enough. I can't get up there.
Nothing like catches me more off guard and then just makes me laugh when I'm watching like
Dang
a
it,
YouTube video of like really anything, and then like there's a clip of like whatever game they're playing, but they like quickly snap it like an audio clip or like switch it to something else of like a similar expression, but then they add like some scream on top of it. Pretty funny, man. Love it. Love it. If I was good at describing
Hey,
it,
Jack,
that was
you know what
kind of
this
a bad
is?
description
This
of
is a
it, but-
troll level.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I just don't. I'm trying to figure out, like, because I've kind of begun to deduce what's going on. I think because you gotta jump over there, then get over there and hit the switch, then presumably come back here. But if I do that, that thing falls. So I'm just trying to figure. I'm trying to parse this one out. You know.
Apparently, with the like new Legend of Zelda stuff, if you change the music, it'll like the music things that you can add. It'll actually change which music is playing, like from different Zeldas or
Yeah,
whatever.
I think that's awesome. And then they have like corresponding level music for every level that's like in this, right? So if it's the underground, then it does the.
Hey,
dungeon theme,
Evan
right?
Mazer, thanks for adding that new level code in the bottom there.
Oh
That's
yeah,
very,
Evan Mazer,
very
thanks for coming to
interesting.
the chat, man. We'll get that level right there in the queue, and yeah, I can't wait to play it. Thanks for joining. You want to drop a sub while you're at it?
I was in the middle of copying it, Evan. I was about to add it to the queue, and I was like, wait,
Kill me.
Peter.
PTR, interesting. SUX, I don't know where this is going. POO, that's interesting. There's no numbers.
Those O's are zeros.
Oh, hit this. Of course.
Idiot.
I'm the idiot.
Ooh,
troll
link
levels.
levels.
Can you kill the bill launch by quickly hitting the
That's-
on-off block?
That's what I've been told.
What's you guys' favorite Christmas movie?
Home Alone 2.
Jingle all the way.
Like
Die Hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Man, I ain't gonna think.
A radio
I gotta do it
station
again.
did a. I think one of the Jack 96.9 did a poll
Oh,
the other
thank you.
day, and they
Wow.
found that their listeners, their least favorite Christmas movie is actually Die Hard.
I actually
That was-
don't have a favorite Christmas movie. I don't even really like Christmas that much.
Huh.
Yeah.
Scrooge. Bah,
Yeah.
humbug.
Shut up. Shut up. I have legitimate reasons.
Oh, that's
Oh.
unfortunate.
People are allowed to not enjoy things as much as they're allowed to enjoy things. I don't try and take it away from other people how much they enjoy Christmas.
Actually, Jack, I believe the true statement here is that if you are in the minority for an opinion, you're wrong, regardless.
Is that so?
Democracy.
Doesn't matter what it
Can
is.
you go up?
I don't think so.
Star Wars, Christmas,
Christmas Wars.
Christmas
I
Wars.
think what I'm supposed to do is like
All right, I'll say it. I
Jack,
hate this level.
Can you? Can you?
Wait, you might be
try
able to.
yeah.
Yeah, if you space it, you might be able to end his miserable little chain chomp life then and there.
Miserable.
I probably have to go through the door again and that like maybe despawns him.
Now, Matt, would ending that little chain chomp's life be in the Christmas spirit, in the holiday spirit?
Well,
There's a song about Grandma dying.
Grandma got ready.
I
Yeah, it's
don't
true.
like that
Oh, that's
song.
that's probably my favorite
But
movie.
you like Wonderful Christmas Time by
No.
Paul McCartney?
okay.
I like Feliz Navidad. That's a good
That's
song.
a sick.
That is-
Christmas
yeah.
It's a
song.
banger.
Great song. I dabbed to that
Nope.
song.
Christmas Eve / Sarajevo, banger. Best Christmas song. out
Which
there.
one?
This Carol of the Bells, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you
It's
guys,
a Despacito
you guys
Carol,
know-
Christmas.
Carol,
Love it.
Carol the
Shut up.
Bells is sweet.
you guys know Lindsay Sterling?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like her Christmas song.
Fairy Tale of New
She has
York.
many Christmas songs.
Love that Christmas
then,
song.
I love
the,
that one.
Carol the Bells.
Apparently apparently people in England hate that song because they play it all the time. They never play it over here. I'm like, dang it.
Peter, you should look up the like
that the end of your
backstory
sentence or because of the
behind
thing?
the Sarajevo song
Kind of the end of the.
because it's actually pretty sick.
Isn't that
SAREJ.
just Carol the Bells? You said?
Actually, there is one Christmas song.
It should come up pretty quickly from.
What's the song that's like? Dun, 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 dun,
Carol the
dun, dun,
Bells,
dun.
isn't
That's
it?
the same song.
Yeah.
That, yeah,
You know that
that's
like
Sarajevo.
that like metal version of it, the one where it's like a guitar and then
Oh.
just goes super hard.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the Trans-Siberian Sarajevo Christmas Eve.
So we're talking about the same song.
Yes,
That I call that song the Christmas battle song.
it's
It's the song that plays when Santa
That's-
battles Dark Santa.
That's the song that plays every time you encounter Delibird.
that's why I'm getting Peter to look up the backstory of it because it's actually like some old man returned to Sarajevo during a time of war, and like
Are
it
you
was
just
completely bombed
Maybe.
out,
I
and he
think
was
they
like,
might be
"This is my home."
infidels.
So he took out his cello or whatever and just played for like the entire city of Sarajevo or something, like during Christmas time.
All 5
Just
of them
like
left.
Yes.
yeah, while there's
so,
just like bombs and
So
shots going off.
Sarajevo is a city, and I believe it's Serbia or somewhere else in Eastern Europe that in the early 1990s was under was part of the Bosnian Civil War thing. Yeah.
Beer, how about you, Rhea? You got like, since you have the Wikipedia, just you can give direct quotes.
You make me work. Eric.
Donate to Wikipedia.
You make him.
Because I feel like Jack and I are on the same page where
Well, you're right. It was a cello player who was born there, and
This
then
one? Maybe this is the right one.
he returned to
doing
the he returned to the
You
city.
gotta hit it as the James Stomp is following you, is what they said.
But then he'll die. You not factor that in the equation, Graydon Anderson? You don't think that maybe he'll
I'm
just
going off of what the creator of the level
It's
is
all
saying.
good.
Oh.
I'll just figure it out by myself. Whatever. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, right.
Merry Chrysler. Dang it.
Anyway,
Thanks, Labbit.
Eric was correct. It was
What?
a cello player. He returned to his city to find it destroyed, and what broke his heart most was that it was not by some outside invader, but his own people. And so every night he began playing Christmas carols at the same spot, and it created such a powerful image that the whole song became wrapped around this image of him playing in this destroyed city.
Wow.
Hashtag deep.
yeah,
So that kills the man, but
you just gotta wait because it's a P-switch.
no, because I think the P-switch respawned.
All right, now I
What?
can look at the
So
chat
now it
again.
works?
So it might have been that if you did a different one, they figured out a way
That's
to
some-
make the P switch.
Oh, that is
Hey!
rude.
Hey,
Troll levels.
I gotta,
hey,
They're bad.
I gotta,
you ruined Christmas with that piranha plant.
I
It's
got
all-
a,
it's
I
all
got a
good.
continuing question. What's your favorite Christmas album out there?
Christmas by Michael Bublé.
That's a good one.
Yeah, dude, he goes okay. In All I Want for Christmas Is You, he goes so freaking hard in that song. Like it's super slow and methodical and Michael Bublé-ish. And then in that last part when he's just like, I can't actually do it because, you know, Michael Bublé is a lot more of a talented singer. Anyways, he's like, standing right outside my door. I'm just like, Michael.
Michael, you need to stop, man.
yeah, like cool it, buddy.
They had this conversation on yes, it's in there. On one of the radio stations the other day. Have you guys ever actually had carolers at your door?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
It's literally never happened to me in my life.
I thought that was just like a myth made up by Hollywood.
But yeah, apparently it's a thing that actually happens sometimes.
I think it's because none of us actually live in communities or neighborhoods where all the doors are really close to each other, except Peter and maybe you. But like,
Yeah, I don't think that's the
I've definitely
only
seen them
factor.
before in the wild.
In the wilds.
did you?
I bet you, like, well, why don't we go spread some Christmas cheer right after this and go caroling, boys?
How
Like,
many
we should
songs do we know?
unironically, dude, come on. If prompted, you'll
Let's
know.
go
one.
sing Billie
Not all
Eilish
the
at
words.
people's
No.
Can you imagine? Like we dupe them. We do one carol. They're like smiling. They've brought all the kids over, and then all of a sudden, two of us are just like.
We're gonna do a cappella.
Absolutely.
And then, so that they can be heard, somebody like leans right up to the person at the door and they're like, "So you're a tough guy, make it really rough." Dude, that's an image. I love everything that you've just said with your words today.
Wow, that's like the best compliment I think I've gotten.
Goodbye, Neil.
This minute.
Spread your trolley
Neil.
cheer.
Goodbye, Neil.
Fare thee well.
We'll miss
good
you.
sir.
Happy New Year.
They still
If
got
we
some
don't
time,
see
I
ya.
think. Actually,
Happy holiday.
yeah.
Happy holidays and Happy New Year. Eric once caroled at my door for a bit that we had for a video.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Oh,
actually,
I
I
remember
enjoyed
that.
that,
Yeah,
bit. That was a good bit.
That was a TT video.
Yeah.
I just went through today and I purged some of my YouTube subscriptions I don't watch anymore, and I saw the E-Team. I was like, I cannot subscribe.
Of course,
from
yeah.
you
You have to keep.
You guys remember that's what I wrote Evan an essay about why we should have named our YouTube channel the E Team.
Yeah, I don't know what you were on about
Yeah.
for that.
I just I don't know. Let me find the essay and I'll read it back to you.
no,
Like
you
this
sent it
YouTube
to the
channel?
Live Connection group.
Yeah, I read
It-
the essay as well.
Yeah, you. I
thought
think it's
you,
on the
like, read
drive
it out
somewhere.
You didn't argue your point very effectively. Otherwise, we would have been named
Well,
the E Team right now.
I mean, I think you argued it
We should,
well.
at that point, we should have named it Blakey Records.
Yeah, I think he argued it well. It's just the point was like
Whoa.
the idea was so
Whoa.
everyone was so against doing that like there was no way he could have argued for it. So like I still think he like, it was touching.
I mean,
You
sure,
can
it was
argue that
touched on.
pineapple is good on pizza, but you can still be wrong.
I mean,
I love pineapple.
you're absolutely
Yeah,
wrong,
and you can
Eric.
still be wrong, Greg. You're allowed to have that opinion.
Dude, how did that thing not hate you?
Because
Hey,
I
Eric.
am Luigi.
Hey Eric,
Hi, Evan.
if you don't like any all kinds of pizza, then guess what? You don't actually like pizza.
Oh, what path am I going
That's
down?
true. If you don't like all food, you
don't-
hate food.
You're actually not allowed to eat anymore. You just kind of
Oh, that was-
Dunzo.
I hate
that
the
was a rough
wind.
go.
you're gonna have to drink water with electrolytes and stuff in it. I bet you Jared. That's what Jared would recommend for you.
Mm-hmm.
You get to eat those those milk chocolate protein shakes. It's a good ones.
Some of those are good.
Honestly, I'm so hung up at the idea of caroling at the door and then doing bad guy. That's a good bit. Can we do that next year?
I've never caroled before, but one time when I was drunk with a bunch of friends, we were like, let's go knock on our other friend's door, like as a big group, and sing For the Longest Time by Billy Joel. And so we did. It was beautiful.
Did he cry?
It was multiple friends
I would've
who
cried.
I was with and who
Did all of
answered the
them
door.
cry?
Oh.
Oh.
Did you get tipped?
Did I
Did
get
they-
tips
did
for
they-
singing
yeah,
singing
did they
Billy Joel's For the Longest Time
Did they,
to my
s-
fr-
did
if
they
I
spread the holiday cheer to you?
if I sing Billy Joel's For the Longest Time to you right now, will you tip me?
No, because you're not at the front
Dude,
door.
I have a toonie in my wallet. Sing it to me right
if he
now.
goes to the front door, will you tip him?
Yeah, will you give me money if I
Oh,
sing?
I was hoping you wouldn't
Only
ask.
if I like it.
How could you not like it? I have the voice of an angel.
Well,
I haven't heard this version yet at the front door.
God dang it.
yeah,
Every
actually,
door's
you should
different.
go
3
outside,
times.
give it like a couple minutes, then
Yeah.
ring the doorbell and
Bye.
Every-
There's
every
a lot of
door-
stipulations
Bye,
on this.
Pamper.
Every door has a different,
No,
you
you've-
know, what's like
That door has a.
acoustic
What,
environment.
what if I do it at that door right there?
No,
That's,
that's not a
green-
front door though.
that's Peter's
I-
front door.
That's
Is
not
this
Peter's
the wind
front door.
level?
Why is there a
And
lock
it's
on
really
it?
messing with me.
Because it's Peter's
Yeah, the
inner
wind's
front
actually
door.
like very effective in Mario Maker.
That was no excuse for that one.
yeah, I was literally gonna say. Pamper didn't say bye. He said Billy.
Oh, sorry.
Or it's more like Billy.
I guess the man behind this is why
God
this is
damn
why
it.
we say hashtag fire Peter.
Peter, you don't say facepalm. You put a waving bye emoji in the chat. You fell for it too.
Read better.
No, pause. That is
Okay.
actually
Time out,
the
time
Hey
out.
Guys emoji.
Okay, well it looks like a waving bye. So to
Well, maybe it's a waving hello.
I hate this.
You can't just change.
That's literally what the emote's called. Hey guys. I don't know what ground are you standing on?
Your house is ground.
Hey guys, I don't mean to alarm anyone, but
I'm alarmed.
that lady in the background right now is not sitting on the moon right. That is not how you sit on the moon.
what?
What are you talking about? Oh,
That is
you're
not
talking
how
about
you sit
you're talking
on
about the
moon.
anime girl.
Yeah, anime girl is really messy.
That lady in the background, call her by her freaking
If
name.
you're gonna sit on the moon, you have to have a fishing rod.
Yeah, you can only do it DreamWorks
It's
style.
gotta be a crescent moon too. It's gotta,
Yeah.
it's gotta be
'Cause-
waning.
Yeah, because you need 75% of the moon to disappear and not exist temporarily
Yeah.
if you want to sit on it.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's the only way it makes that perfect crescent-shaped seat.
Mm-hmm.
That was a stupid bit.
Dude,
Why don't
all-
you come up with something better? Greg?
Yeah,
Graydon, you just talk about the game you're playing. That's lame.
yeah.
I interact with the chat, and you guys go off on
You-
tangents.
You're not interacting
you
with the
don't
chat right
interact
now.
with the chat. You read and respond to a message 5 minutes after someone else has already done it, and then you get mad at
that's not
people who
true
don't do it.
at all.
You've done it like at least
I've done it once.
twice.
I've done
today.
it once today.
I can only prove one time, but I'm gonna say at least twice to bolster my
You
argument.
can actually prove twice if you went back to the
I'm gonna
VOD.
watch the stream VOD
You are
during
not
Star
gonna
Wars
watch this.
tonight.
You are not.
I will. I will fight your existence if you do anything of the sort.
All right, good to see Iron Spider. Thanks for coming and joining us. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And Graydon will say bye in 5 minutes.
Yeah, he'll say goodbye when he gets around
Matt,
to it.
Yeah.
you are the most guilty of that.
Well,
They-
wait, reading? No, dude.
No,
prove it.
you are 100%.
Thanks
No,
for
you-
subscribing, Iron Spider.
I don't
me
know.
some
I
math.
might agree with Graydon.
You
on
are
that one.
100% the most guilty.
What? Okay, prove it. Give me
Prove
physical
it.
evidence.
Go back,
What?
watch any of our VODs.
Yeah, which ones? Tell
What
me
hap-
their names.
Any of them.
Oh, it's Charles.
Matt, What happens if
I'm scared.
Charles.
What happens if you go to Star Wars tonight, watch the VODs, and you find out that you're actually guilty of this?
Well,
You were
if I haven't been thrown out of the theater and
Evan,
or beaten up
you're,
by, can you
you-
get that out of my face, Evan?
You were so gung ho about proving Graydon to
He's
be
spraying with
the
a water
perpetrator.
bottle.
I hate this because like
No, but it's.
I feel like I'm caught in the
I know, Evan.
I need to impeach Matt.
Literally.
Hi, Charles.
impeach Matt. Impeach Matt.
Dude, you're gonna get our mics wet.
But
You're
don't
gonna
take him
destroy
out of
our
office.
property.
No, 58s and 57s are pretty good for that. You would need a lot of water to wreck these bad boys.
What about
Okay.
some 808s?
An 808 is a drum machine.
Yeah. And it's what a lot of hip hop uses.
So it's what a lot of people in the 80s use. The Roland TR-808.
Isn't it how in hip hop they make the like
It depends, because it was very, very popular in the 80s with a lot of musicians. I think the most famous example is I Want to Dance with Somebody uses an 808 for the entire track.
Oh.
Yeah. And there's probably a lot of hip hop examples as well. I don't listen to, old hip hop, so
Yeah.
How much longer do I have? Because I don't think I'm gonna beat this level.
Hey guys,
You don't have much
I've spent
longer.
some time. I've thought about it a bit. You are right. I am very guilty of this. I have turned the thought over in my mind, and I've remembered some specific examples of times that I've done that.
I'm glad that you took some time to think about that.
Yeah.
While you were thinking about that, we had some messages come up in the chat.
Which I responded to.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I think you did.
Sometimes you just ignore Green because
You know-
he's
It's just not worth paying
I
attention.
have.
No, I get
Okay,
it. No, I
not that
get
I
it.
think
It's
this
all
is
good.
necessarily relevant. I think I've kind of realized recently that sometimes I can be very selective in my hearing, which I think is problematic. Like my mom got really mad at me for not trying to get my shift switched for Boxing Day, and I was convinced that she had never told me to do that. And then it turns out that she said, I don't know what's happening for sure. And I just shut off my ears because I thought there was just no answer to be had. And then she explained to me what was happening. And it turns out that I should have switched my shift for Boxing Day.
Man, you're gonna be like great in a relationship one day.
Well, I've been in relationships. And
One day.
yeah,
One day
When
more.
when a woman decides she can put up with me for more
Women.
than 5 minutes.
Another day, another
So that day
destiny.
Oh.
Look, when I say it, it's fine. When
Merry
you say
Christmas.
it, it hurts.
but I'll put
Wow.
up with you.
I'm very.
Mm.
I'm glad that you admit to your mistake, though, Matt. Introspection is really important, I think, and not enough people are willing to, really look at themselves and see, like, sometimes I'm the bad guy.
Peter, how come when Jack was saying that we need to admit to our failures in life, you put the mic towards my face?
I just in case you wanted to add anything to the conversation, just in case.
You had something you want to say?
Listen,
I'm never wrong.
that's hilarious, but I absolutely agree with Peter's choice to do so.
Matt, what's your maker ID?
Unlike Eric, who's never done anything wrong in his life.
Nope.
I'm Lad Boy.
Not once ever.
on the thing. I don't know if you can search my name. I don't know what my maker ID is.
Yeah,
Hey,
that,
Speedy.
I don't.
If we
Yeah,
could go look real
Oh,
quick.
it's some random.
Shuckle, get out!
Oh my lord.
Be
Hello,
gone!
Great,
Oh,
this is
there.
it. Oh.
It wasn't. Yeah.
What up, Shuckle?
Were people looking for our stuff?
Are we getting that?
Hello, Alana.
Hey, Alana.
The name. What's your
Man.
What's your
These are
using
popping off
Nintendo
tonight.
name?
Yeah, all of a sudden.
Oh wait, no, this
Okay.
is Matt's Switch.
This is
I thought.
Matt's.
Yeah, but Matt
Matty
doesn't have
G?
anything. I'll show you my maker ID.
Matty G?
No, but
no
like,
uploaded courses, Matt. Why did you buy the game?
I don't
Was
where-
that-
Oh my,
Oh, we
the
did
face
just-
cam.
I
is blocking
kind
it.
of got my money's worth because of the fact that
There you
we
go.
play it on live connection.
But we're
stream.
on Graydon's.
This is mine.
Oh,
Yeah,
No,
this
because
is
he wants to see if we
I'm
played
betrayed.
the level.
I'm.
He doesn't want to see your
Deceated.
levels.
what? I thought you wanted to see my profile.
No, he wants this.
Here's my profile.
Alana, that's a picture of me.
Can
He
we like
wants-
talk after Eric?
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking about the anime girl again?
Wait, does that mean you have antlers too?
Yeah.
Looks just like him.
I'm.
Eric
Oh my
has always
God.
been good.
Yeah,
looking.
I'm the pinnacle of sexiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
He's the
tell us
best
the
something
looking
next
else.
person.
level.
He's the best looking person in Live Connection. Absolutely.
What?
Yeah. You don't think so? You don't think Eric's the
No,
best
Eric's
looking?
a very
yeah.
good gentleman. It's true.
Yeah, that's right, Alana.
Jerry was fine for a bit, but then he got too muscular.
Yeah.
You know,
hate
going
that, man.
going into the new decade, you know, kind of average looking is going to be the new really good looking. I think.
I'm solid.
Take your time, but no, not really.
Take Eric's compliment that he felt really good about and just steal it back.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do it like that. I didn't mean to do you dirty like that, but
Wait, why do you want? What, Chuck?
Oh, this is a mistake.
Do you want the anime girl? What do
Take
you
your
want?
time, but at the same time, the lava's rising, so be careful.
man. I meant more like
Shuckle,
from
you
a
better-
fitness style. Like you don't need to be on the cover of Men's Health
I
to be the
know.
sexiest man alive anymore.
Apparently, according to some studies, there's now among a lot of men something called
No, it would appear here.
what's that eating disorder?
Anorexia.
Yeah, it's called like bigorexia, where like because of stuff like superhero movies and just seeing like constant exposure to like
Hot dudes.
super buff dudes and that type of physique, a lot of men are like
Oh, that-
super insecure about that now. And
Yeah.
they're, like,
I mean, I believe it.
Well, I mean, you know,
That's
it's
right.
like,
Forgot
you know,
Shuckle
people
was-
have kind of felt the same way about the depiction of women in media. Versus, you know, real life, and it's, you know, it's not unreasonable
Merry
to think that the
Christmas,
same can go
Charles.
in reverse, right?
yeah.
Why
Don't
are
give
you-
us that look, Evan.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I will put you down
It's
like
it's
a
like-
sick dog.
Have you
It's
seen
like
the
you don't-
Chris's?
It's like every person
No, United.
that is
Pampers,
shown
sorry.
in media is nowhere near what the real world is like.
No.
yeah.
Have you seen Taylor Swift and Cats? That's what every person looks like.
I hear that movie is
No.
just an atrocity.
It's getting like
I want to
the worst
see it.
reviews ever.
I just, it's
I've heard it's
disgusting.
overly horny,
What?
Oh, I
which
think
like
the
that's
original play
that
was-
raises
Yeah,
a lot of
I
think the
questions
original
on its
music-
own.
Real
musical
play
also
is
like
like
that.
weirdly sexual. I think.
I saw it as like a 6-year-old. I don't remember it, but I know I've seen Cats.
I remember you like seeing it. I don't know why.
That's weird.
That is weird.
I remember like your mom like I remember seeing something about like where it's like you. I know we were young. There was no social media.
Yeah.
So, like, but
Oh, you're
somehow I
probably
just
at my
knew that
house.
you saw Cats, like the performance.
Yeah.
Andrew
So,
Lloyd
there we go.
Webber is a weird guy. Like he writes weird musicals.
What other musicals has he written other than
He has like a few other big ones, but I remember the time they announced that the Cats movie was coming out. People dug up one of his least
regrets,
successful
regrets.
play, which was about a bunch of anthropomorphic trains.
Thomas the Tank Engine?
Kind of, but weirder.
Oh.
I'm gonna Google Andrew Lloyd Webber's other works.
What's happening?
But yeah, I've
Is
I've
Peter
heard
trying
the
to
Cats
out me?
movie is not only really weird, but it's also like kind of long. So people have been calling it like a test of your will to see the movie.
Yeah. I didn't even watch the trailer, man. I just saw some pictures on Twitter, and I'm like, these cats look hideous.
I'm expecting it, like, if I see it, it would be probably another scenario, like when I saw Alexander's very bad, not good, very poopy,
Oh,
bad,
yeah.
super bad, awful day or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Where,
Okay.
like, during that, it was just
Terrible.
2 or an hour and a half of just pain. I hated that movie.
So here's the thing. He's also done some like really, really good stuff, right? Like he did the music for Jesus Christ Superstar. He
I'm
did.
sorry, what?
That's a very famous play.
Oh.
Yeah, very famous rock opera. He did Phantom of the Opera. Yeah,
Oh,
Like-
shoot.
Big fan of that.
yeah.
Oh, so you've
Shout
heard
out
of Phantom
to-
of the Opera, but not Jesus Christ Superstar, Matthew?
Yeah, well, I have very selective
You
taste.
uncultured swine.
Shout out to Alana's
Listen to the
Romanian vegetable stew.
Vegetable stew.
But yeah, he also did like Cats and Starlight Express, which is the one about the weird trains.
Isn't Cats like really well received on Broadway though, or when it was on Broadway?
I mean, it must have been
It's-
well
I-
enough
it's
received
it's
for them to
still
think
on Broadway, but I mean, I think it is. I'm not entirely sure though, but the thing is, what audiences like in Broadway doesn't always mean like it's the
transition to
best
cinema.
thing ever,
Mm.
and there's no guarantee it's going to like stand the test of time or anything like that. You know.
Shout out to this mushroom not burning up.
You know, I'm thinking about the trailer now for Cats, and I can kind of see how the movie might be seen as like extremely sexual. Cause like I'm just thinking of like James Corden licking his like paw like this and like wrapping his ear, and it's like they probably just lick themselves a lot in the movie.
Yeah.
You know, or lick each other.
I think my biggest disappointment is
Oh,
Ian
we're good.
McKellen's in the movie.
Oh, Lucky Block is the mushroom.
Sir Ian McKellen,
He's in a lot-
Magneto.
He's in a lot
Gandalf.
of bad movies, man. He's in a lot of bad movies.
He's like Dwayne The
Yeah.
Rock Johnson.
I know, but
Yeah.
like,
I wouldn't equate him to Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
But it's like, yeah, Judy
Sir
Dench is in it
Dwayne
too.
The Rock
I know.
Johnson.
Big
it has
names.
Idris Elba.
Yeah, Idris Elba's in there.
I want The
like
Rock
Rebel
to be.
Wilson. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
James Corden? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I get it.
Taylor Swift. Why not? Who cares?
Jason Derulo.
I hear
Jason
Taylor.
Derulo's in this?
Yes, he plays a cat.
I hear Taylor Swift is actually one of the best parts of the movie.
Well,
She does a really good job with the role. I've
well,
heard.
I mean, she's very
Did you
familiar
hear
with
that
cats.
from your roommate?
no, she's seeing it tonight.
Ah.
But I've read a couple reviews and
You can
they're saying
still
that
you can
Taylor Swift
paint
did
a
really
piece of
good
poop
job.
gold, but it's still a piece of poop.
Okay, but compare that to her other acting appearances.
Oh, like Valentine's Day?
Yeah,
Dude,
and they're
Valentine's Day,
just
she was
god
awesome in
awful.
Valentine's Day, and I will not
No.
hear any other comment. Why? Where's the? Okay.
You know, I'm sure she would have been like her role in Valentine's Day. That would have fit well in like the prequels.
I'm sorry. What? The prequels, like I don't know, Love Actually. Okay, I don't see this working out for me.
No, the prequels,
Yo.
as in Star Wars. The prequels.
Oh, see, I knew that's what you're saying. I just kind of.
Is Taylor Swift the chosen one?
Is Taylor Swift the chosen one?
Are you insinuating that this boy is the chosen one?
Oh,
Yes,
Oh.
I am.
all right. I don't see this going well.
Hey, Peter, good
We
work.
reimagined
Good work, Peter.
the Disney princesses as lightsabers.
I am the butt now.
Look at me. I am the butt now.
Oh, yeah, I hear she does a pretty good job with the movie. So.
I hear you do a good job.
Well, I was in the movie.
I know.
I licked myself ferociously.
You're James Corden?
I licked myself like my career was on the line because it was. Hey,
Getting
can you
that
guys give me some
paycheck.
tips with this level? Because clearly I don't know what I'm doing. Clearly I don't know what
I
I'm
think it's just hard.
You're drunk.
I got a
and
tip. You got 2 minutes left.
doing. Oh.
You got a tip.
Why don't you try
Good.
going up?
Hey, Matt, I got a tip.
Don't
Take the-
let the door hit you on the way up.
Take the batteries on the controller and throw them out because you're wasting energy. I'm playing.
Also, this is a rechargeable controller.
So why would you throw them out? If
It's weird way, so it's hard to like properly dispose of batteries, you know?
It's hard to properly dispose of a lot of stuff, actually.
Okay, but we're
Any-
focusing on batteries right now in this conversation.
Yeah, batteries are messed, hey? That's why you just gotta use them up. Then they're empty. Then you can cut them open and use them as like little shot glasses,
it's like people.
like people.
Dude, you really
If
would
I-
drink alcohol out of an empty battery? Are you for real?
No, because
You would-
all the chemicals are 100%
All I'm getting-
still in the battery.
All I'm getting out of this is that Evan thinks you can cut people open and use them as shot glasses.
You can.
100%.
Well, I mean,
Why not?
Wow.
I'm gonna go to the
was
bathroom.
gonna comment
after.
on that and decided no.
what piece of the person, Evan, are you using as a shot glass?
You can really use anything as long as it's kind of
not
contained
really a
on
shot
one
glass,
side. Like you can cut off the hand,
Big
get
shot.
everything out of there.
You never heard of Dan
hand?
Aykroyd's Crystal Skull vodka?
Crystal
That is a real human skull turned into crystal by the crystal skull from
You know-
Indiana Jones.
Hey, fun fact.
Yeah?
Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Skull vodka is the #4 celebrity celebrity what's the word?
Product?
Promoted product. Alcoholic
I
product.
mean, is it really promoted? Like, he didn't do a promotion for it necessarily
his,
because
yeah.
he is the man.
his is the #4 celebrity alcohol out there. It's Crystal Skull vodka.
So that's his, and then
Danny
Ryan-
DeVito's limoncello.
Ryan Reynolds,
Ryan
has,
Reynolds
a
has
gin.
aviation gin,
Mhm.
which is terrible if you've never tried it.
Never tried it.
They have good ads.
There's like
Yeah.
They've
Willie
great ads.
Nelson's old whiskey bourbon or something.
Oh, Willie.
Oh, really?
I think that's what it is. Jason Derulo or no, someone has some.
Jay-Z
has some champagne holdings, I think.
Yeah, it's Matt. Matt's.
I gotta use the
Alright.
bathroom.
So
It's a game time for me.
it's his time for me to speak.
Oh, okay.
So we have like half an hour left. So I want to hello from everyone in the chat. And
Hello.
we'll play your levels and overpass the other ones.
Wow,
in the
that
queue.
was quick.
We have to shut down at 9 because we got stuff to do, I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
we
Yeah.
have some holiday cheer we're gonna be
Oh.
making for content
Yep.
for us and you.
Be sure to hang around our YouTube channel. We'll
Hello.
be posting a Secret Santa little thing after this that we put together.
Yeah, we already have the part 1 where we drew names for each other, and we have a part 2
Not
coming
all.
out Christmas Day.
Ah, man, Matt's avatar bothers me.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like how he's
Matt
wearing like a
bothers me.
baby onesie.
Who's playing right now?
Me.
Eric.
Okay, we
Eric.
got
man.
some
Pamper's not
hellos in
playing
the
by
Oh,
chat.
you can turn him
rules.
into a cat. You can put him in the Cats movie.
Is Matt in the Cats movie confirmed?
Ooh.
This is a hard level. This
Hello,
is Charles'
Charles.
level.
It's got to be the show off for cutesy.
Oh, what is Cats about?
Cats.
It is very bizarre. It's not what you think it's about. I've read the synopsis. It's messed up.
As far as
What is
I'm
it?
concerned, there's no story.
So, there's a story, but you don't want to hear what it is.
I
So I'm
wanna
gonna
hear
I'm
what it
gonna
is.
read it to you. I'm gonna read you the Wikipedia synopsis.
Oh,
2-0.
thank you.
Love synopsises.
Because I did not know this until the first trailer dropped. I know exactly where I was like when the first trailer dropped. I
Yeah.
remember it so vividly in my memory. That's how like burned in like these terrifying humanoid cats are.
I'm just worried what's
Mate.
gonna happen for like
It's a hot one.
Rule 34 and whatnot. What are they gonna do if these poor people that were in this
Without
movie?
landing after
Not much.
leaving
It's
the-
already done for them.
It's pretty much done for
I'm
them,
just gonna take
but
screenshots and put it on.
Wait,
So
wait.
Whoa, there's a lot going on here. A lot of moving parts.
there's something really weird about watching like people
Oh.
looking things that should have clothes, but they don't. You know?
yeah. Are you familiar with the Uncanny Valley, Evan?
Yeah.
I think we've talked about it before.
I guess they do.
Ugh.
Their faces
Oh.
100% are
it's
uncanny. Valley,
absolutely in the Uncanny Valley because
Oh,
the
boy.
body is very clearly like not what you would expect, but the faces are those people that you know from being famous actors, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh.
it really triggers that
yeah.
like that primal response
kind of-
in your brain, and it's like that's not right,
maybe-
and I don't like it.
Maybe they did the whole movie is a deep fake.
I would watch that movie.
it's all just real cats, and then they use deep fakes to put people's faces on the cats.
I don't like that.
Okay, give us the
That's
synopsis,
terrible.
Jack.
That's a dark thought.
What is that dark? It's a terrible It's a crazy technology.
It's a
but
crazy technology.
It literally looks like it. You know.
It. Pennywise.
I'll see
Thanks
if I
for
can
that
find like,
comment.
Pennywise
Peter.
the cat.
I'll see if I can find like a really brief synopsis so you know how weird it is, without having to.
Spoil the movie for
Well,
anyone.
I'm not. It doesn't
Well,
matter
I'm
if I.
gonna-
You trust me. It does not matter if I spoil this thing. I just don't want to drone on for 5 minutes about one of the
Kawhi.
worst conceived things.
Yeah,
ever.
you explain, Evan.
Oh right, Kawhi. We did we're ending really soon here, so we just did a brief. We did a brief.
A brief how do you do?
How do you do? And if
For,
you're here, we'll play the level.
yeah, for
Thanks.
people whose levels we haven't played yet.
I'm impatient.
Yeah. Yeah. Naughty.
I'm a naughty boy. And Graydon's going to punish me.
We'll call line.
Yeah, so we did have to skip, but you're here now. So if we get to it, we'll do it next.
Yeah,
after
just
the
because we
next-
only got like half an hour left.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to play the people's levels that are in the chat. That way they guys can actually see it. Wow.
What?
Chewy,
I don't
we're
know.
home.
That reminds me of something else. What is it? Oh.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
It's
Wow.
Jeez.
Okay, on
Sorry
another
for
note.
everyone who's wearing headphones.
You know what ear death reminds me of? Matt's tweet
The
today.
heat death of the universe.
Matt's tweet today, and I'm very curious once we go over the cats thing to hear why Matt hates Zero so.
Oh,
so
actually, I
much.
think I
Okay.
know why.
I too hate Zero.
Listen, there's no good way to explain this, so I'm just gonna do my best to like give you like the 20-second version.
'Kay.
They're about a group of cats called Jellicles or something like that, who meet once every year, and then Judi Dench, the cat, decides. that
Judi Dench.
It's the cat. It's the character that Judi Dench plays.
It's just
I don't know.
the sentence Judi Dench the cat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The cat, the movie.
I don't know how else to
The video
describe
game.
it. I don't know how else to say it.
It's okay. Oh.
She chooses one cat every year who gets to ascend to something called the Heaviside Lair or something like that. Now, the Heaviside Lair is just straight up like a metaphor for like the cat being reincarnated into like a heavenly kingdom. I'm not joking. So the entire like play is about these cats meeting and interacting with one another, and every like big song is just you meeting a different cat who's like fighting to become the cat that gets reborn in the image of the cat god or something like that, I guess. I'm not joking. This is what the musical is about. It doesn't make any sense to
So
me. I've
like
never
they're like competing with each other to
Yeah,
like
to-
seem the
to
most
ascend
impressive.
to cat heaven.
I mean,
Yeah, and then
makes sense
and
to
then
me.
the Judi Dench cat picks one of them at the end of the play, I assume. And then
and then they actually ascend. Do we see that?
I don't know. Maybe, probably.
Well, now I have to
nothing
see
in
the
this world
movie.
I want to see more
think they
than
just get-
Taylor Swift and a big beam of light being just ascended
Yeah.
to cat heaven.
Yeah. I
No,
d-
that's totally copied from the This
All
Is the
dogs go
End.
to heaven.
This is the end.
Mine was better.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Like, I was shocked when I found out myself because I didn't know anything about cats until this trailer dropped, and
Little
there was all
me
this
assumed it
discussion
was
about
just
it.
dancing cats,
Yeah,
and
I-
I was like, haha, they're dancing.
I thought it was just about like cats hanging out in
No.
the alley and
'Cause,
getting
like-
up to alley cat stuff.
Yeah,
you
because
know?
like Andrew Lloyd Webber, he didn't base it off like anything of substance, like anything. What he based it off, from what I've read, was a book of poems from T.S. Eliot. If you know who T.S. Eliot is, he's like the most famous like theological poet ever. So like, I don't know. It's just really, it's just real weird, and it doesn't make any sense to me, and it never will.
Nut.
It's for all intents and purposes, it should not exist, but it does.
Isn't that sort of beautiful in its own way?
I guess
That
maybe.
such an abomination can exist.
This is the guy that wrote the music for Phantom of the Opera.
I think that's
Wait,
Beautiful.
but
he
George
didn't-
Lucas
he
also made Star Wars.
he didn't write Phantom of the Opera. He just did the music
No,
for
what
it.
happens a lot in musical theater is that you'll have people who write like the actual like plot and stuff like that, then people who write the music, and then people who write the lyrics.
Okay.
It's actually like pretty uncommon for people to do all of those
Oh,
things
okay.
in a musical.
Frickin'
It does happen, but
Sam must
it's
have
very common that you break up all the jobs between different people.
Oh, okay, so
worked.
Yeah.
this guy, what was his name? Sorry,
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Charles.
So,
why
Mi-
did you have
Mr.
to say that?
Weber?
Yes.
Mr. Weber or Lloyd, we'll
Mm,
call him.
yes.
Maybe Andrew. I don't know.
Lloyd.
Weber wrote the music for Phantom of the Opera. Great songs in that, I'm sure.
Mhm, yep.
But he made the plot for Cats.
Based off of a weird book that T.S. Eliot
I see.
had written. So
I see.
it was an adaptation of like a book of poems about cats, I think.
Interesting. It's based off of Three Little Kittens Lost Their Mittens.
I thought it was the
That
Aristocats.
was a throwback to my childhood.
You just made
I don't know.
Peter so unhappy.
I don't know. Let's find out if what Andrew Lloyd Webber did.
I thought
for-
it was something similar to the Aristocats
Oh yeah.
movie.
Aristocats.
You'd like it. If
That
I could
movie's
tell you that.
racist.
Oh my god, it sure is.
Have you ever actually on that reminds me of like Disney Plus for a lot of their older movies, they have a disclosure at the bottom that's like, warning, some of the things in this movie may be out of date from popular like current
Really?
culture climate.
See,
Please don't get offended.
yeah, so that's fascinating that
Ooh, you
Disney
said it.
said it like that because I remember seeing the one that they put before a Warner Brothers cartoon, and they take so much more ownership for how like outdated and wrong those are. They're like, this animation is a product of its time. We do not stand by the insinuations made, but
we're
to
still gonna
ignore
make
them
money
would
off
be-
of it.
Yeah, no, it was like it was very genuine, and so it doesn't surprise me that Disney was just like, listen, this isn't us. It's us from 50 years ago. Don't think too much into it.
It's weird how like Disney can do that, but a coach. No, I'm going to hockey now. A coach from a decade ago said some stuff, and now he doesn't have a job anymore.
Yeah. Although in fairness,
Well.
so I was talking to Blake about this. The fact that he said a very bad word a long time ago is kind of maybe the propelling factor, and it's the thing that people focus
It's
on.
the
but
red herring
think
of the
it's-
situation.
I think it's kind of just the tip of the iceberg in a way. I think he's just a very abusive coach in general. So that might have sparked the outrage that led to him being fired. But it's my understanding that what was his name? The Flames coach?
I don't really know, but
Peter Stein.
It's my understanding that guy is just a very mean coach and probably was not a very positive influence for the players.
well, from what I understand, he was kind of abusive to his
yeah,
players.
yeah. So, it does make sense because it does appeal to that kind of hatred of cancel culture that he said something really bad years ago.
For
and
sure.
is being punished for it these days. But I think there's more under the surface than that.
I think it's also good to like hold people accountable, just so we're setting a good precedent for the future, though.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Oh, that's rude.
deeply sad.
How dare you?
Is that it then?
Anyway,
I thought
so
the timer went off.
I'm gonna be thinking about cats for the rest of the night, so
Perfect.
that's
I hope you
awesome.
dream
I'm
about
always
it.
We're gonna
thinking
do
about
Secret
cats.
Santa. You're not gonna be thinking about cats.
No,
All right,
I won't
Matt.
be. So some people who we know invited me to go watch Cats with them a few months ago, but to get really high before we did it, which I was like, that sounds terrifying.
That sounds
but
like a really bad idea.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Give me the
If you don't-
zero.
or is it
Why
probably
do you
best
hate
not-
zero so much?
we can discuss that later.
Right.
Are we ending the stream right now, or do you want me to talk
No,
about it?
talk
okay,
about
so
Zero.
basically,
Yeah.
okay,
No,
so
Eric's done
Do you
this
want to
level
get
next time
on
he
camera
dies.
to say that you should probably be in a hot seat? to say
Sure.
this, right?
Sure.
Like, and now it is. Oh, it's Matt's turn to play now. Yeah, great. Here you go.
Apologies for the sweat.
Okay. So I think Eric, I want Eric to kind of back me up on this, just because as an outsider
I
perspective.
think Peter can as well.
I've been familiar with Zero for a long time. Basically, he kind of became very famous and well known because he's actually in the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest tournament streak. He was basically so dominant in the competitive scene of Super Smash Bros. For Wii U that he had like a 56 tournament win streak. So he was indisputably the best player of that game. And he got a lot of hate just because the best player tends to. The Smash community is kind of the worst, and him being the best player and him being a bit of a tier whore as well. He even though he asserted that he did not, he always was picking the character that was perceived to be the best, or at least one of the best. So no one ever really liked him, and so he got a lot of abuse from the community. And so close to the end of Smash 4's lifespan, he actually quit the game competitively to go into content creation. He never said it at the time, but he actually quit because of Bayonetta, which I completely understand him. But yeah, and so then when he went into content creation, he was always doing YouTube stuff, and I used to actually like his YouTube content. But basically, when he realized how much more money he can make by streaming and making YouTube videos, and he gave up Smash completely, going into Smash Ultimate. And so now he's exclusively just a YouTube content creator and a Twitch streamer. But I love following really, really high-level Smash players on YouTube and or Twitch because they just make the best highlights of the game because they're just so sick, right? And so I liked watching his videos at first, but then I realized he leans so deep into clickbait. It's not even funny. Just kind of just to a gross extent. And I won't give an example of his early stuff. I'll get to that later. But yeah, so after a while, I unsubscribed for that, and I also just kind of realized he's finessing the YouTube algorithm. He's making a bunch of money. I know that's not how you pronounce it. He's making a lot of money. Good for him, right? He deserves it. But what I kind of realized is that
You pronounced finesse correctly.
no, I pronounced algorithm kind of weird though.
No,
You
it
did?
just sounded
That sounded
right.
fine to me.
Yeah, it might have just been a. Anyways, and so yeah, he and so I can't necessarily hate him for doing this. I just don't really like it. You could very much see that all of his, like, or maybe not all of, but a lot of his decisions as a content creator were fueled solely by being able to make a lot of money, and it kind of, and just that in general just kind of annoys me a bit. So yeah, I unsubscribed to him. And then I started to find his presence on like Twitter so outrageously annoying.
Obnoxious.
I muted him on Twitter. I'm sure Eric did the same because his tweets probably come up in non-Smash spheres. And he just say so much stuff that I thought was dumb. So I muted him on Twitter. He made a second Twitter account, which I also had to mute for pretty much frame one. And then he came up a bunch in controversy lately because basically what he did is the video was called Drama and Controversy in the Smash Community. One half of the thumbnail is him doing this, you know, the I'm trying to clickbait you image, and the other half was a headline saying top Smash player's criminal record, and then there's an image of a Smash player named Leffen below him. The article that the screenshot was from, not about Leffen at all. So he's basically, the thumbnail is supposed to be clickbait because all those little Smash kids are gonna be like, what? Leffen's a criminal? So he's basically like slandering some random player just to get himself some clickbait. And like, it just brought up a lot of controversy about like, I mean, I haven't read too much into it because I kind of briefly saw it on Twitter and then went about my day. But yeah, he kind of
Hi, Alex.
kind of just like the worst. Like I just always hated his content, and I always found it frustrating, and so it's a bit gratifying to see people on Twitter kind of agree, because like I don't think you should get away with being so outrageously clickbaity, because obviously it's something that every YouTuber does. We even go down the clickbait road. You kind of have to, but there's kind of a limit where it's just not ethical or genuine, and it's a little bit annoying. But yeah, Eric kind of hates him because like I remember like I was hanging out with Eric and I was watching Evo, and this guy walks out and his trademark back in the day was having a scarf, and I think Eric just kind of saw this guy and was like, "What a loser." Eric
That's pretty accurate. I just saw he came out and I was just like, "Get him off! Get him out of! Get him off the stage!" No,
Yeah.
who is he?
This is maybe completely off topic. I'm not sure, but I would follow you on Twitter, obviously, Matt, and I saw kind of what you were saying about that. Was there something about Zero is like dating someone really young or underage or something like that?
So basically, I realized I just kind of tweeted out of the blue and was like,
You hate him.
yeah, and so then I went and retweeted some stuff as to what I was talking about. And the thing that you saw, it's actually funny that you bring it up. Basically, the guy who he made this like slanderous thumbnail about made like a Twitter post that was supposed to look like a thumbnail, and it was an image of Zero, and then that thing about dating an underage about a completely different player. Actually, Canada's like heroic player. I met him in Montreal. His name was Ally, and he had to quit the scene because people found out he was dating a 16-year-old
I
player.
remember that.
Yeah, so it's actually
How old
funny to
is
bring
he?
that up.
If I'm afraid
He's
to
like
What's
he's
up?
like in his 30s. I think. Yeah, pretty gross.
That's awful.
Yeah.
God, why
Yeah.
are there so many bad people in the Smash community, Matt?
What's wrong with that game?
I don't know. It's just I don't
Does
know. It's a
Smash
big community, and
breed-
there's a lot of losers. So, but yeah. So that's the long and the short of it. Like the reason Leffen made that post is to show like how scummy it is, and clearly it worked
Right.
because you can easily just do that shit. So, or excuse me. Yeah. So. I don't know. He just kind of sucks. Like, it's not hard. It's not like I have recommendations for his videos blocked on YouTube. I have everything he could ever put out muted on Twitter. I think he's insufferable. But then, you know, when it gets so like, what's the right word? When it's so
apparent, like
No,
consistently in
like
your
people
frame.
people were talking about it enough that even though I have him muted
Relevant.
on Twitter, yeah, I guess so. Even though I have him muted on Twitter, you know, I was still seeing. a
You're
bunch of
why I
discourse
had
about
to
it.
see his dumb face on my timeline again.
Oh,
Well, I mean, because I
Yeah.
retweeted that stuff. Yeah.
Well,
Well, that like that.
Let me be
Yeah.
in peace.
Even just the image of him using that thumbnail makes your body just clench, right? Because it's so outrageously playing the clickbait game. It's not even funny. Like, I bet there's not even a frame of him doing that in the video. He just took a picture of himself doing that because thumbnail. It's just the worst. I just despise the guy.
Peter,
and-
do you know how to upload a level?
You
At
gotta on this?
That's what Yoshi's asking, right?
He's trying to beat his own level so he can upload it.
Oh, I
Can't help you
I
with that,
get it.
pal.
I thought they were like the how to like just upload it.
Yeah. Peter Moonlight says how to basic.
I wish
Wow, what are you trying to say?
that I'd have lots of money for breaking eggs.
Yeah.
This is really
Does How to
hard.
Basic still? No.
No, I think
Eggs-
no, it's still around.
Listen, the
100%
amount
it's
of
still
money
around.
he was making, those eggs are nothing.
They could have been chickens.
I mean, it could have been, but
No, they were already purchased.
Because I remember when How to Basic did like some of his content with Filthy Frank, and obviously we all know what happened to Filthy Frank.
What happened to Filthy Frank? Who's
I-
Filthy Frank even?
You guys,
That's a joke.
No, I have no idea who
I
he is.
don't know.
Uncultured swine.
It's YouTube. That's the
don't-
least cultured place on the
Yeah,
internet.
yeah, it's YouTube.
Other
but
than,
that's
you
a
know, a
huge
million other
figure,
places.
pink guy and everything. Like, it's
What
a big
did he
part
used
of
to
the-
do? Was he
No,
a
I
prank
do, but
channel?
then, like,
He
I'm not
was-
at its peak.
Hold
when-
on,
when
boys.
they're on the other side.
his thing was talking like this.
He's the guy with the clock. It's time to stop.
Yeah,
The Joker?
Don't. What happened to him?
he just
Anyways.
quit. He's made such like brazenly weird content. It was affecting his health. So he was like, I'm done with YouTube, and I don't blame him. He made some really bizarre, interesting, and sometimes funny stuff when he was, around, but a lot of it just got real weird. I didn't
Yes,
watch
we
him
can,
like
Yoshi.
religiously, but I saw some of his stuff.
Bring Leafy back to YouTube. Bring Leafy back.
Leafy doesn't need to
You know what
come
makes me
back.
sad? I really wanted to watch some of iDubbbz's most like famous content cop videos, and apparently the one about Leafy got taken down by
Yeah,
YouTube.
well, you'll still be able to
He's
find
a
it, man.
bully.
Well, iDubbbz is kind of a
iDubbbz
is a
is as raunchy
weird
as it gets. Yeah.
content creator. Like, he does some good stuff, but then he also does really offensive stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you are absolutely right. Like, he was one of the first people to go on the H3HD podcast, and just listening to some of the stuff that he put out, I was just like, wow. You would not, if you put that stuff out in 2019, you would never. Your ISP would tell you. To
I
stop.
think a lot of his content was based solely around like shock factor.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to stir up controversy and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because at a certain point, you're like, any publicity is good publicity, right? It doesn't matter if people
Yeah.
hate you or whatever.
Well, that's the most angering thing about this Zero thing is honestly knowing him and his,
that was
vicious desire for money. I kind of feel like he probably like did it so brazenly bad on purpose because he knew it would get people talking about it. Like, that's the kind of thing that I just think people like that would do, you know?
Mm.
I don't know. It's,
What I'm gonna do?
I was was honestly turning it over in my head for a while. I was like, is it worth being
Breathing the same air.
well, just being like a hated and controversial person if it means making you famous, right? Like, because I imagine if you like went to somebody, if you were talking to a YouTuber, maybe you're just flaming them in the comments or something, and they're like that, and they say, haha, stay mad, kid, I'm famous. They're right. They've made their way up there, but it's also reflects poorly on them that they can't just be a genuinely good content creator and they have to thrive off of negativity,
Oh, why? Why, Yoshi? Is Mario jumping off your back and leaving you to die?
What?
Yoshi's
Wow.
retiring from making Mario Maker levels. That's sad.
I mean, at
That's
some point
sad.
you got to do it, right?
Yeah, you can't keep making.
No, it's
Mario
it's the
Maker
whole
levels
it's
forever.
that whole. There was a time
Mario Maker
where
burnout.
where we all said we all raged for the very last time in Overwatch, and we never played it again as a group. You know?
I can tell you when it was because, well, I don't know the date exactly, but I can go through my played games on my Xbox and see like when the last time I played it was.
Yeah.
Right? It was sometime like middle of last year, I want to say. We gave it a shot for about an
really?
hour or two, and then we dropped it forever.
I remember. I think the last time I played Overwatch, I used to take my Xbox to Eric's a lot and play it there. And I remember I was going through a really hard time in my personal life. I was really depressed, and that just made me feel so much worse. And I remember I was talking to Eric for a while, just talking about everything that was going on with me. And then I cried on the drive home because I was just so miserable after playing that game.
Just one. It's crazy how that that one thing can happen. Like you play a video game, you think it's all gonna feel better.
Yeah.
And then it just makes it worse.
No.
Like I can just and not to make a joke about your mental health, but I just have the image in my head of you playing it, and then you die and you just going
It is, Matt, I am kind of sad you never got to join us in the heyday of our Overwatch playing career. because
Maybe. I mean, because I got it.
You got it a couple months after us.
well,
yeah.
I mean, actually, I borrowed your copy originally, Matt, because
Oh, really?
Right.
yeah, because
Yeah.
you didn't have the internet to
Yeah,
play it.
I
So
remember that,
and
actually,
you were like, hey, borrow my copy,
Didn't even
see
know
what
how
it's
to
like,
use
and I was like, okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And then I loved it. So I
Yeah.
eventually bought my own copy because I was, obviously moving into a house with Evan in Edmonton. So
Alright.
You did
But
good.
yeah.
No, I didn't mean to do that.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Overwatch
You can
was
unboo it
just
and
an
then-
abusive relationship.
Oh gosh.
yeah,
All right, we're sorry. We booed by accident.
I
I'm really
know,
sorry.
dude.
yeah,
Wow.
we're
I
sorry
panicked.
about that.
Great.
I don't know how
We
to
are-
take it back.
You ruined
Matt Ness is
Christmas
No,
again.
Again.
back. Matt Ness is back.
I don't know what
Hi,
you did the
Ness.
first
Thank
time,
you
but
again for
that
the
it
deal.
sucked.
No.
But like Matt always wanted to join us, but
Peter, it's
never
already
really had
almost-
the ability to. So he was always kind of like, he never got to see us see like the grandiose times with
change?
Overwatch,
Yeah.
the best times.
No, I
And
mean-
it was which is unfortunate because you in a way kind of are the reason I loved the game at the beginning.
Aw.
Because I never would have played it if you hadn't lent me your copy.
Yeah.
Realistically speaking,
I really enjoyed it while we were playing. I mean, like it got really bad after a certain point, but like I wasn't able to play that much anyways because I had to move mountains just to be able to play the game. But like so I only got down to like a pocket of those times, right? So there was some really really bad occasions like the one that made me cry, but then there's also like the few times that I got play of the game,
Yeah.
life changing. I could go through my Xbox clips and find one, but the best one is when we were on what's the one where it's snowy, it looks very Russian-y.
Volskaya Industries. I hate
Yeah,
that level.
Volskaya.
The worst.
When
The worst
it-
level in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're starting on a certain side of Volskaya, there's kind of a nice choke point if they're coming at you when you're trying to defend the point. I don't remember how
That's
exactly.
the problem. The map is nothing but choke points.
Yeah, I remember at one choke point, I basically used the super jump, flew over, and used Ferris concussive blast and knocked 3 people off the level at the same time, and I got play of the game for it.
Nice.
I was like, I'm so sick.
My favorite moments were always like the times where like we were backs against the wall, like we were gonna lose. We had like it was they'd pushed the payload all the way, like there was no way. But then somehow we end up pushing it the whole way too. It goes to overtime
Yeah.
and we win it. Like those were good.
And I think at its core, that's part of the problem with Overwatch. When it was good, it was so good, but it was kind of like, getting a high from like using a drug or something like that would be the analogy, because you're always kind of chasing that high in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're not getting it, it's like, it's terrible.
It's such a
was-
miserable game to lose at.
Yeah.
Like it's in a lot of first person shooters, like even though you can have bad games and like lose, sometimes you can still have quite a good time doing it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Overwatch, it was like at the end there, the second we started to lose, we were just pissed off.
Yeah.
And we couldn't win at a certain point. Like,
Yeah.
it was impossible for us to like get any ground.
Yeah. The game changed pretty fast and we couldn't adapt to it. Just our age.
It
got
is.
old.
In a way, at that point in our lives, it was impossible for us to play the game religiously enough to
Be
keep
good.
up with the meta.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like I remember finding Seagull's video about the state of Overwatch really kind of formative, because it made me realize like why it's turned into such a bad and toxic game, and like the fact that a lot of the characters that came out post-release just were hard counters for already existing characters, just made for a very like difficult meta game, which when it's a game that's known for its toxicity just kind of encourages that, right? Like, if you're like me and you're pretty much only good and only like to play Pharah, and someone's playing Soldier 76, not the best example because he's not a post-release character, but let's go. Then you're
You didn't have to do that at all.
Oh, really?
You could have just hit that on block.
Wow.
I was going to point that out, but I wasn't sure if you could get the angle on it from where you were.
No, well, actually, I think I had to be over here.
Jump.
Can't you shoot it straight up, the arrow?
No, you can't. It's only at an angle.
There you go.
If you don't beat
Yeah.
it in 10 minutes.
Well,
The world
we-
dies.
It just means we suck
But
at the game.
yeah, and it was frustrating
move on
having
to
like
somebody
your
else's
roster
level.
of characters that you were good at, and then like them falling out of the meta, and it's like, well, I have to like learn something completely different now.
Yeah.
Though I just the game at its high points was just so good. Like just going around as McCree, I just love that. Getting that ultimate off and getting like 2-3 people.
A small part of Overwatch gets to live with me forever because I'm such a big fan of Critical Role, and I get to just watch Matt Mercer do things now. So, yeah.
Okay, well, boys and girls, and everyone in
Acknowledge Ness's guest question first. It's obvious.
Oh wait, what?
Oh, it's
Toxicroak?
Obstagoon.
Yes.
Obstagoon's shiny form is kind of dope, so I don't blame you.
It's red, right?
It's red.
Wait,
I think
Toxicroak has a Galarian form?
No, Obstagoon we're talking about. You're like Peter guessed Toxicroak because he doesn't know
Peter?
anything about anything.
Oh, I got another shiny. Oh, I caught up to the
There
conversation.
you go.
Yeah.
Before you open your mouth.
Peter, do you want to say something to the boys on the couch?
Just do the intro. Tell the people. Thanks.
The
The
intro?
The out.
Hey,
Yeah,
well,
Peter.
for
The new stream.
hashtag
You disgust.
If
Fire
you
Peter.
want Peter to get fired, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Get us to 210 subscribers, and we'll fire Peter.
Let's get Fire Peter trending on Twitter.
Continue.
Hashtag
Oh, God.
Fire
Fire
Peter.
tweet.
Follow us
Fire
on Twitter.
Follow
Follow
us
us
on
on
Twitter.
YouTube.
Yo,
Add
can you
us
guys
on
follow
Twitter.
me on Twitter?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Viewers,
sure.
viewers, follow me on Twitter.
I
I was thinking about how I don't have any Twitter followers. Dan is like, I mean, I don't care, but also I'm kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Hey, follow my Tumblr.
Oh God!
Don't do that.
Don't follow mine. It probably still exists.
Well, it was fun. We got stuff to do for the holidays coming right now, so we're gonna end the stream early. Thank you everyone for coming out. Thank you Fandom Wire again for having us and letting us do our thing around here.
There you go, Ness.
I'm Evan. This has been Eric. That's been Matt. That's been Graydon.
Sorry,
That's
is
been
this,
Jack.
Is this the last stream of the year?
No, we're still doing stuff Sunday.
Oh,
and
okay.
Peter.
Oh, okay.
Peter, we're doing Monday, right?
Yeah, probably.
So, yeah.
Initially, we were.
We'll be back 2 more times before in a scheduled way, like consistent with our actual streaming schedule. And then after that, there may be some sporadic stuff before the end of the year. But this will be the last Mario Maker stream of the year. So thanks for a great 2019, everybody. Thanks for coming out. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
So long.